used to be solid, not falling apart. Things never not okay when you were mine. You used to be honest, not pulling my heartstrings. Every other day you change your mind. Cause when you're high, you call me like I'm lonely. Some kind of little toy for you to wind up laying lying in bed and feeling lonely. I'm tired of being deployed like that. Getting busier and busier, so disorientated. Cause you want me, then you're busy. Girl, it's not that complicated. Got me tied up in a leash and running, going round, round. You got me running in a circle. I'm just trying to find my way back to you. What happened to us? Round in a circle. Back where I started, I'm stuck here like glue. You keep me on a loop. I'm just trying to find my way back to you. What happened to us? Round in a circle. Back where I started, I'm stuck here like glue. You keep me on loop. I used to respect you, thought I was enough. Yeah, feels like half a century ago. Cause you keep coming back after telling me off, without even feeling sorry between goodbye and hello again. Thought we could grow again, how about no again, again and again. I'm trying to tell you we can't be friends, struggling to comprehend that we broke up and ended again and again and again. And I'm getting busier and busier, so disorientated. Cause you want me, then you're busy. Girl, it's not that complicated. Got me tied up in a leash and running. You got me running in a circle. I'm just trying to find my way back to you.
Let me fix all the webcam stuff and we'll get going here in a second. How you boys all doing? First duels of the new patch. I was gonna say season, but technically the season isn't here. Though, now would be the best time to try some stuff. Wait, let me read that message in a second there, Jake. Video mode, face cam. Make sure the webcam and stuff works. I literally have to reset the settings every single week. Or every single time I go streaming, actually. No, mine. Every time I go streaming. Oh yeah, that is way too bright. Here we go. Okay, well, it's at least a little bit better, okay-ish looking. Not amazing. It's actually not great looking. Alrighty, but at least it looked kind of sort of healthy today. The UK government just issued a risk warning about wildfires. Best way to start the stream. True. Wildfires? Really? Huh. I mean, I guess if it's constantly raining, if you just have like a slightly dry day, I can imagine like in that type of area, if you have like too dry for too long, it's like possibly wildfires. Wild. Yeah, dude, by the way, Jake, I should have talked to you about it the other day. Anytime you message me, Discord gives me like a warning of like, hey, watch out for compromised accounts. And it's only does it for your Jake account. Only. Then again, like you did get, what is it? Have your stuff jacked not long ago. So maybe that's why. But like every single time you message me, it just like pops up an alert at the top of like, every single time. I don't see it for anybody else ever. I see it for a second. I'm like, oh, what is this? Okay. Every time it's like my heart jumps a second. I'm like, okay, hold on a second. It's like an alert. It's like, whoa. You don't ever see it. Yeah, no, I've been in contact with Discord in there, and just not helpful. Yeah, it just might be one of those things where it's like, you know what, you just take the L on that one, right? Like, well, there's nothing you can do about it, right? There's not much you can do about it. Anyway, let's try to get some 5v5 duels going this week. Krager is not in this week. He did say last week he's not going to be in for the first week. It's going to be his week break. And it works out because PvP gear, you don't really need to do too much in terms of PvP gearing. Not like you could really do much, honestly. But yeah. Let's try to see if we can get some duels over on the EU side of things. I'll see if we get Johnny, see if we can get Saya, see if we get literally any and everybody. Any class, every class works for this, just because I want to see how classes play. That's an opportunity for people to try different class builds, different things. It should be fun. It should be quite a lot of fun. I am personally excited. I gotta do some PvP as Outlaw. Yo, Johnny, how you doing, my man? That's anyone on, damn. Give it a little bit of time, right? We'll give it a second. we have all night, or yeah, we have all evening. So I'm fine waiting a little. I'm fine waiting. We can still try to see if we can gather homies anyway. But thinking about making another one, but a CBA. Yeah, honestly, just keep the one you have. Like, honestly, that alert is probably gonna go away in like a week or two or a month or something. Over time, I'm sure it's gonna go away. It's really, it seems more like an inconvenience more than anything. Unless it's like really, really bothering you, and then it's like, then maybe, you know, you can like, maybe then I'll hopefully fix it. Because yeah, I'm assuming it's not ideal. I still don't understand why they didn't give this mount like a flyaway animation when they started adding those already. Do I not have a thing? Or did I only pick it up this month? I guess I did. Huh. Also, I finally finished up my whole log just the other day, dude. I've been so bad at those, but this week in particular, it was easy because there's so much to do and you'll just naturally fill it up. Right, let's go Molten Core. Let's go 5v5 1 Duels. I'm gonna try to see if we can get some groups up and running. Try to see if we can gather the homies. Does Adam Power want to join in for some duels? I could ask. Hey, wanna join some 5v5 duels? Because Adam did used to play these before. Akos? I don't remember if that's somebody that played. Dude, Big Mo's back? Hold on, Big Mo is back? Hold on a second. That's the name I haven't seen in a second. Chicago is back? Yo. Hold on a second. Even Chicago is back. What is this? Is this anything? No. Just 1-800 contacts keeps messaging me. Who else do I invite? Johnny? Do you have a group or what? Actually, another said that, yeah, I don't see as many people on. Hey, wanna join 5v5 Duels? I can see if I can get, I guess I'll, like, just literally go and ask everybody and anybody here for some 5v5 1 Duels if they wanna join at all. Hey, wanna join 5v5 Duels? You got anybody, Johnny, in your group? Or, what? Maybe Arthur would want to join some. Although I'm sure he's like grinding out all the world content. I'll be doing some outlaw today. Killing spree buff. Bear with me on my new rogue. Yo, killing spree got. My question now is, don't tell me what the answer is. My question now is, are you playing the supercharger killing spree? Because that will make killing spree hit even harder. Killing spree by itself got a 60% damage buff, but for every point over that with supercharger, basically when you press a drone rush, that's 3 extra column points, 50% more damage per, so it's 45% more damage on top of it. Killing spree should crank. The way that outlaw rogues are playing it for PvE content is only using a drone rush and killing spree together. You never separate them anymore. Of course, supercharger, baby, let's go. That doesn't mean you only have one vanish, which blows, unless you just do less energy. Got one in the group, awesome. Do PvP matter? I haven't played in PvP. Yeah, we're just having a community duels thing like we do every week, testing out builds and such. You're welcome to join. Honestly, I don't even know if PvP gear matters that much because we do have like higher item level PvE gear, and if you got some versatility on those, you should probably be able to survive. Sure, awesome. I got the claw in. Hey, wanna join some 5v5 Duels, friend? Getting 5 people together for this group, and I got one more getting another 5-man group for this as well. Rest in Hell, sure, shuffle. Okay. Sure, Rest in Hell is down to join. If you know any Kragar homies that want to join, then let them know. I know he is resting today. He's chilling. Azurax, hey, wanna join some 5v5 1 Duels? We're not gonna do the whole like no paladins thing today. Today is gonna be one of those anybody and everybody. Hey, wanna join some 5v5 1 Duels? Chillanoid mage got a heroic weapon. My mage got a ring. I still gotta do that thing on my warlock, because I was doing some stuff on the warlock for footage, and I decided I might as well do some things. And then I'm gonna be doing my demon hunter, and then I gotta do my evoker. I need to figure out like at least 4 characters that I'm gonna be working on immediately, and all the other characters can, you know, come in as over time. I can start working on them little by little, but I can at least get some basics. Like get at least, you know, maybe you know, the world content done and a delve, and then at least I get something from the Great Vault, which is better than nothing. Ideally, you want to, you know, spam out as many Mythic Plus dungeons as you can, or whatever. But yeah. Does Dimish want to join? Hey, wanna join some 5V5 1V1 DUELS? Who else can I invite me in? Hey, Sigmata? I haven't seen that name in a hot second. Inator? Jade Serpent? Rao? Get in here, bud. Get in here, bud. Man. What's it gonna say? There's a new patch. All G. All good, friend. Makupi? I know he's a PvE guy. Noise? I don't know if he plays PvP at all. Pavs? Proxy? Does Proxy PvP? I'll ask. Join by Duels, friend? By chance? Yo, wanna join Duels? See if you'd be down for it. Haven't done a single quest yet? Haha. Fair. Fair. Shy? I don't know if Shy duels, but I'm still gonna reach out anyway. And I'm pretty sure I've went through the entirety of my BNet list, except for Alpha. See if we'll be down for it or not. I've done it on like 8 characters. I think that 100 haste to 100 master ring is the best item. That is really good. That is really good. Yeah, especially if master is a good stat for you. The ring I got on my mage, however, was like crit mastery, which is not ideal. Or 100 PvP gear, all G. Yeah, they definitely should have let people get PvP gear this week, man. I think that would have helped out a ton. Yeah. Need like what, 3 more for this group, and then other group is being filled as well. And I'm playing for like 3 months. I haven't any gear characters. All G, friend. All good. It is good to see so many people coming back on my BNet, dude. I have so many people added. It is hard to keep track of everybody, man. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, WoW stream is the new one, by the way. That's my B. We are here. Jab, how you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Resident Hill is a spot. Where are you at? Damn it, try to see if I can find you. Yeah. Invite. Wait, Resident Hell is already in the group. What do you mean? Did Johnny snag Resident Hell? No, I wanted him. Already in the Euro group. Okay. okay. I wanted him in my group so I can fill. Snatch? Yeah. Honestly, that is the correct way of doing it. Snatch him up, dude. I wanted to put somebody up that you guys would have some fun against, man. I thought Resident Hell would give you guys a rope for trouble. You know what I mean? Okay. Hopefully I see more bodies here. Where's Saya? I imagine, dude, this is why they probably should have just let people grind PvP gear and get honor gear now. Then it would be like, you know what? First week back, to start spamming PvP every day. Right? Because right now all you can do is just fill up on honor, which most people already have, and then that's all you can do is just wait. Which is unfortunate. Even the Smirchka isn't even on, man. What is this guy at? I would imagine this week would be the best time to test out all the different class builds, man. Wish I can join in currently at work. All good, killer. Was looking forward to watch some good duels in the background. Yeah, we'll try to see if we can get the groups up and running either way. I got 2, because I don't count any of the groups. So I'll need 3 more from my side of things. And hopefully we can fill those at some point today. Because I'm really interested to see how like class builds are looking. Because there's been a bunch of class changes. This slow change, I think, is one of the most impactful changes they've done. The fact that all slows have gotten nerfed is wild to me. Like previously, I would just pistol shot things, and I would pop like a 50% slow with crippling poison, and I would just like run after enemies, and like I would be able to catch up. Like pistol shot, and that's it. They're moving. But if they got move speed or they're on a mount, that's not enough. That slow is not even enough. So now you need like a 50% slow from other skills, or even a 70% slow, bro. 50% slow is going to be a cooldown now, and 70% slow is going to be like a long cooldown. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. I imagine any classes that are all about kiting and running away are probably going to be enjoying this season, because they're going to be able to maneuver around pretty easily, get around and do whatever. It's going to be possibly really strong for them. That or demon hunters are probably going to reign supreme because they can no longer be slowed, and they're just going to be zooming around. Monks that have got themselves rolls, they're probably going to be able to zoom around. Warriors that have a way to intercept with a charge and a leap are probably going to be zooming, because normally those classes get obliterated by slows, and you can't like spam a strong slow. Well, actually, you can sort of kind of spam a strong slow, but even passive slows, right? Sire walks up, consecration, hits it with the blade of justice. You got, removes all movement speed effect from him, puts a 50% slow on Kragar. The guy's crawling while Sire's just running circles around him. Now I think he's actually going to be able to keep up with him. So Saya might just be getting trucked in that type of situation. I really wanted to have those two face each other so we can see it. But yeah, Survival Hunter going to be in minutes. I think so too. Yeah, any class that plays around kiting or uptime is probably going to have more uptime or better time kiting. It's like at the same time everyone's movement speed just went up. It's crazy. It's weird. I don't hate it, because Outlaw Rogues, right? You have a way to blade rush, I have a way to grapple hook, so I have a way to close the gap or run away. But now I feel like my grapple hook is even more powerful because it can be slowed past a certain point. Like, somebody has to commit like a serious cooldown with like, duration to it. Like, you're not going to be able to use that ability for a while to be able to pop a slow on me. And I can just, vanish it. Or I can just press sprint and counter it. Like, even sprint feels like it's a better button now. Popping a movement speed increase while you have a 30% slow, I feel like I'm just sprinting, I'm zooming. It's almost like I have no slows at all. It's wild. And apparently they also did some stuff with the evoker mobility too, because previously they used to just like, because they have that zoom and freedom, so they just like zoom super far away. But now they made it so like you could zoom, but that freedom isn't freedom. It just puts you at 100% movement speed, where the slows still do impact you. You're just not moving as quickly as you could have. If that makes any sense. It's hard to explain it. I feel like when we do duels and we see an evoker, you might notice evoker just, if we have an evoker here, might just be flying away from everybody. Just flapping the wings into safety. Literally nobody able to catch up to them. Alrighty, who else can I invite? Does Pavs do any PvP? I mean, I could ask. Hey, wanna join some 5v5 duels? Rodor? Does Rodor do any PvP? Hey, wanna... I could ask. I don't remember. Pretty sure Simon doesn't do any PvP. Sure, beautiful. Got Ren. Okay, so I need like one more on this team because we got 4. Did I message Icos at some point? There's so many water bottles here. I did message Icos. Okay, I'm not gonna bug him again. Oh, by the way, for housing, do the blueprints work now? Do they fix it? I feel like I should mess around with that at some point. I haven't messed with it at all. Not even on PTR, but I think it'd be kind of fun to see what kind of like houses everybody has. They might have a problem with survival hunters because they could close the gap across the map with a harpoon. Yeah, that and disengage, which still removes your movement speed, removes your slows, and you can also have the pet for movement speed and to be able to clear yourself with Master's Call. Yeah, so Hunter's survival might be really good for this. Yeah, you're right. You are correct. I think Hunter in general is going to be good. Like Marksman is kind of squishy, but they might just be able to kite people out as well. I clipped the new Arcane Mage Apex into the first GCD touch of the Magia. Ended up casting 5 of them in one Magia window. So you just like blast, blast, blast. The RNG for that one is kind of wild when you think about it, isn't it? It's a lot. It's a lot of damage. Hey. Forbidden Reach? What are you doing out of Forbidden Reach? Jurex, I'm pretty sure I hit him up as well. Saya, best to be back. I'll get you in this group, bud. Let me get Saya. You let me have Rest in Hell. At least let me have Saya. Those two counter each other. Or at least they did last patch. I don't know how it's going to work this patch. I imagine Demon Hunter should probably be a little easier to catch up to Pally, but who knows, right? Maybe Pally will still have the same ability. I'm assuming Pally should still be pretty good. Ready. I need one more, dude. If Saya hits me up right now, that'll be my +1 and we're good. Hold on a second. If Saya hits me up real quick, unless you already snagged them. Unless you tell me, yeah, I took him already. Then it's like, bro, come on, man. Yeah, new day of pack 400k DPS. That is crazy. You know, I kind of like the new Arcane Mage. I like how it is back to War Within version, but it feels like it's just a little slower. It's not as proc heavy. It's just a little slow. You just watch it for the salvo number, right? That salvo number tells you whether you barrage. Alanius is in. Okay, we'll check Alanius. Alanius, my boy. How you doing? Now, I have Manetho on lead here. Hey, I'm gonna need one of you to be lead. Ideally, someone on my real ID, so I can queue it. Kind of a thing Bliss set up. I'll make Manetho lead. You don't have to do anything special for it. Just as long as you have a pulse, then you good. Alrighty, we got a 5-man team. Sure thing, beautiful. Okay, we queuing and probably gonna do this for a while this evening. So you're welcome to play for as long as you like. Don't alrighty. I'm assuming we got some new names or some names that haven't been here in a hot second. Okay, cool. Invite spectator match. Manetho is Rentikar, I think. And we got Johnny Boy 5, not Grand 1. Or Ren. Beautiful. I think how geared you are. Not geared at all. I mean, what is it? 260 item level when I started, and then I got in 1 ring, 1 offhand, and a couple of pieces, but I have tier. So I was thinking of replacing them. So I'm like, not even 280, like maybe 260, 270, and I was doing, you saw how much damage I was doing in that, that 1 run of Ultra Fangs, right? Pretty good in AoE, like whenever cooldowns are up, I'm actually competing against fully geared Shadow Priest and an Arms Warrior. But definitely not amazing. It's more like just practice more than anything. Okay, so even Saya cannot play today, so it's not like, even if we wanted Paladins, we can't really get too many. Instead, we do have Adlet and Rest in Hell on the other team. Good Twitch. Got ourselves first duels of a brand new season patch with Luna over in the Frostmage, Manetho on the Shadow Priest. That is a lovely map and a lovely tavern. Holy, this guy. We also got Alanius back in the Evoker, Rouse, a Feral, and we got Gazep on the Demon Hunter. I have the full set. I gotta make some mods with this set. I like it a lot. It definitely doesn't feel like World of Warcraft in any way, shape, or form. They're really, oh, I like that better. Wait, that looks sick. Except for the chest piece. That didn't like work out. Unless it's supposed to be a shirt or something. Adlet immediately get hit with the fear. Manetho instantly going in for the full new and improved Void form. I wonder if it's going to be good enough here with the volleys. Fade right after. Got him some defenses. There goes the volleys, man. Trying to make some damage with the Rift right after. Adlet is going to take some damage. He's going to be dispersed. Shadow Priest taking a lot of damage. Doesn't Disperse actually stop the Void Rift or Void form from erupting or dissipating? I don't know. It does go for a kick. That jukes it. That's an opportunity for the priest to actually make some damage happen. Goes in for a bit of healing. Tentacle slap still coming through. Adlet still continuing to take damage little by little, but he's doing okay. Fear right after, as there's going to be some more proc damage for Manetho. Trinket out for Adlet. No disperse for this one. Question is, how does Manetho as the Shadow Priest live this? Void Torrent is up. That is going to give him the Rift. Try to go for casted heals. Looking to maintain himself as best as possible. Super low in health, but those flashing heals are still coming through. Little by little, trying to make some damage happen. Silence, but unfortunately, it is a Shadow Priest at the end of the day. And there's only so much they can do, which is not ideal. Not ideal. I don't really know. Is there a way for a Shadow Priest to escape out of this? What's up, boy type? How you doing, my man? Is there anything a Shadow Priest could have done in that situation? Because I feel like he played really, really well, but it feels like just the cooldowns for Shadow Priest, they're just not greatly set up. Like, I mean, last season, right? Shadow Priest versus Pally, ain't no way you're winning. It's going to be Ray Frost out for Lana. Got himself damage, got himself distance, got himself the blinks. He also has a block. Actually, does not have a block? Or is it UI problem? Did Lana get the wrong block? Or is it like some kind of tech using the new block? The different kind of block, ice cold. Does at least get himself some shields. Those shields are actually kind of... Did they nerf the base shields? Unfortunately, Lana does go down. I think they meant to probably run ice block, but it might have had the other ice wall, ice cold. Yeah, ice cold. That's the one. That's the one. But it is going to be a blessing of protection out of Adlet immediately as soon as Rao goes in for any kinds of bleeds. That is Incarnation, so honestly, using a full immunity to deal with the bleeds is the play. Rao just needs himself another reset, does go for the quick prowl. Stun short though. Adlet still trying to see if he can ramp up some damage. Hodge is available. Rao is going to have a pre-bark. May need a pre-wall here. Bark is still going to be effective for the Hodge. Actually, I think the Pally should have delayed it. But then he realized, yeah, he honestly probably could have saved it and used it a little bit later. Does at least get the Dawnlight onto the Feral, but the Feral healing is still excellent. It is not as high as I expected it to be. What's up, Nespeshka? How you doing, my guy? You want to join us, by the way, if you got a spot? Well, welcome to if you do. It's going to be full dots out for Rao, full Feral Frenzy, max combo points onto Adlet. Main is going to connect. It's going to be a human race to break out of the stun immediately. Blind to follow. Adlet is starting to really ramp up a bit of damage. He's taking Trinket out for the Hodge. Get another bite. Adlet maybe looking for a bubble here. Try to see if he can maintain himself with that Dawnlight. And it looks like Dawnlight healing is not catching him up fully, but he's able to stabilize him. So this is a big healing change that they actually made for the season. They actually changed some of the healing numbers. Usually increased them, but it feels like they increased them not as high since we are going to have more health this season. So the healing is decent, but it's not as high. It feels like they try to be more measured on the self-healing of these hybrid classes. Like the Feral regrowths were good. There were like, 2 regrowths and you full health. It took like 4. So it looks like that's the change they're going for. Adlet normally would have been full health with a full Dawnlight. Is able to stabilize a little bit thanks to the... You know what I just noticed? I can actually see crowd control a little bit better. I saw that mass route. I saw that mass route next to his health bar, like to the right. I actually can see it a little better. So it looks like Blizzard even updated the UI here. Rao needs to be very, very careful. Wall is going to be a must-have. 10 seconds until a Hodge is back up and available. Is going to go for a bit of a recovery. I like the Druid of the Flame set is going to be a bubble out for Adlet. I honestly think maybe pre-wallness. Or maybe Bear Form is at least bare necessities you got. Bear Form is at least going to keep you alive here. You just got to find a way to live through the damage. Is going to go for the wall. Perfect opportunity. In-card damage is available. Pally has nothing. Keeping him alive. Maybe laying hands in the back pocket, but it's Feral got enough damage. This should be more than enough. Maybe it's going to be a little short, but still going to give him enough time to lock down the Pally. Yet another bite. Rao trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Laying hands to reset the Pally's health. 5 seconds until he's got Hodge available. May want to pre-Bear Form this. If you got Bear Form, you're fine. Barkskin is available, so he's actually perfectly fine. He's in the best spot he can be. Travel Form, even if you get hit in Travel Form stun, Barkskin should be helpful. Bear. Bear is huge. If you're going to get stunned, Bear be in Bear. Better be in Bear. Roar, Clone, Trinket, not going to be available. Actually, yes it is. Huh? Wait, did they change the cooldown for a Trinket? Or is that, or am I wrong on that? Actually, I think no, I don't think it changed. It's still a 1.5 minutes, right? It is going to be Clone. It is going to go for CC. He's like, you know what? Give me a breather, guy. Regrowth. Is it enough? Actually, huge heal with some procs right after. The Pharaoh's able to recover. Adlet is out of options. 10 seconds until next Hodge is available. Maybe he can get him some wings. Maybe Wake Up Ashes. Maybe some Dawnlight. He's able to get a proc or two onto Rao. But Rao should be able to run him down. Hodge last second. The Pally with a Wake Up Ashes trying to catch up whatever healing he can. Leo Sap is going to be my boy Johnny over on the Rogue. Actually, do you give the Feral an honor duel here? You give him a second to at least catch up. It is going to be too stealthy. 25% into the dampening as we're about 5 minutes and a half into the duel. Leo is out. I'm excited. I am excited. Very interested how this is going to go. You just got to make sure that killing spree doesn't get interrupted. That's all. It's a big cooldown, but you got to make sure it does not get interrupted. Cooldown reduction on this spec is going to be extra important. Rao has a trinket. He has bar skin. He has everything here, technically. I wonder if for Leo it's going to be a good idea just to immediately stun and go for a full go. He's going to go for a big killing spree. Bar skin is going to help. Killing spree does no damage, but it's also going to give him more procs to follow up. Roar for a second. Rao with a stun. Trinket immediately for Leo with an evasion. Trying to make sure he gets ahead of the Feral so he doesn't catch up with damage. Vanish is going to be used really aggressively for the Rogue. This is going to be interesting because now you're kind of in a weird spot. It's going to be waiting until the next stun that's available for Rao. Rao does have incarnation available, so maybe backing up out of there, grappling out. He's trying to see if he can back up for just a second. Oh, you're playing the, not Trickster, you're playing the Fatebound? Trying to make sure the Feral does not get a proper reset. You will need to be able to get yourself a proper stun here, however. Possibly a stun, adrenaline rush, kidney shot that's going to give you a setup. Killing spree, mass damage. He does get himself some decent output. Bear form, however, is enough to keep himself alive. Back to back uses of between the eyes is going to be enough here, though. Cyclone to follow up. Unfortunately, no way for the Rogue to reset. Rao tried to catch up as much healing as he can. That fire breath, I don't really know what that was about. Hopefully it doesn't actually do damage. Rao is not out of the woods, however. Leo is still continuing to pump damage into him. Main for a second. That's an opportunity for the Feral to get some damage back. Rao does have wall and bar skin available. Blind for the Rogue. I think maybe going for a re-stealth. Could not go for a proper reset, unfortunately. Is going to try to see if he can catch up some damage. Kidney shot, yes, yet again. He could maybe run. Try to see if he maybe would be enough to survive. I don't know if Cloak would help you. Sippy Cup, anything? Or just dies? Feral bleeds are deadly. Dude, I got Rogues to get away with some of the wackiest things. Stealthed it. Woo! And now you can get a sap on him. No, you don't need to. You got a full reset. The Feral does have a bar skin and actually wall and a trinket. So he's got everything. Leo is going to have to find a way to work up his cooldowns to get adrenaline rush and kill spree back up. He needs both of those abilities. Trinket, insta, roar right after. Rao is going to go for a 10 to a stun. Did not quite get to it. Cloak is still available for the Rogue. Kidney shot to stop the Feral for a second. Maim right after. You have a gouge? Oh, those might be some of the biggest bleeds here available. Feign for a second. Cloak is all he could do. Try to go to work up some cooldowns, but unfortunately, the Feral is going to have more than enough damage. Resident charges in. I don't think that connected with Rao. Trying to go for a kick. Does not connect. It's going to be free cycle. And it's going to go for a backflip to make sure he got himself that immunity. Eventual retreat. Blade rush or blade dance right after. It's going to be yet another roar. Sigil of Misery, however, is going to counter it entirely. That is so well set up. Rest in hell. As long as he's got movement, he'll be okay. Wall and bar skin. Rao wants to maximize his full defense. This is the most amount of defense he's had. So he's trying to see if he can max it. Unfortunately, was completely immune. Was completely ignored in that prison. Fly out for Resident Hell on the stun. The perfect counter by this Demon Hunter is that Lance. Woo! Barely escapes it, but does have enough regrowths. Although we are 45% dampening, those regrowths are really weak in comparison to where they used to be. Incarn, Maim is available. Trinket is available for Resident Hell, but he's feeling pretty confident. Blur is still up. He's got nice damage reduction. As long as he can stay on top of the Feral, he might be okay. Holy. Rogue got some skills. Yeah, that's Leo. The Leo does not really play Rogue that often, so this is the first time Leo tries out in Rogue. Leo's the guy that's Johnny. He's the Death Knight. He is the Demon Hunter. He is the Shaman, right? He's the monk. Lemon Roll. That's the guy. This is going to be Olenius trying to see if he can go for Oppressive Roar. Is going to go for a bit of the damage with a fly down onto Resident Hell, who got immunity to CC. Is going to fly past it. Oh my god, the barrages out of those invokers that will look beautiful. It just fireworks and pyres raining down on him. Olenius is going to go for full mastery damage. Resident Hell still has health somehow. It is still maintaining himself. Olenius got movement, so he cannot be slowed all that easily. That movement is actually keeping him nice at a decent distance from Resident Hell. He is able to get some damage. Resident Hell charges back in and somehow does get himself the last bit of victory he needed. Huge charge by Gazef as the Demon Hunter goes in. Big cleave and down with one more Void Rush at the very tail end. Agatsiah's Bop is back in play. Oh my god. Yeah. Leo did say that he's got a homie that will be joining the duels. Spear down, because he's gonna have to use everything here, I think, to live. Shield, insta, Sigil of Misery, where you can break out of it pretty easily. Is gonna go in for more damage. Got himself those execute procs. Oh, execute procs into a number. Gazette will have to use everything else to survive here. Meta is available. He's able to do a bunch of damage. Hopefully catch up with a bit of healing. Predator's Gaze or Predator's Awake, I think. I don't remember the name. Fear on the charge. That's going to be Sias Bob going in for a big enrage regen. The most amount of health recovery he can get and good defenses is going to help him survive. Actually, he's going to go for the second wind healing. Gazef needs to deny it. Is going to go for that Reap. Whatever damage over time you can send out to Saya's Bob, you're going to be in a good spot. Just try to see if you can get around that as best as you can. Huge lead by the Warrior. Still, those Reaps are connecting. Not doing enough damage, just enough to disrupt the self-healing of second one from kicking in. That's all he really needs. A big backflip by the Demon Hunter. Yet another backflip right after. Flipping around Saya's Bob, keeping himself immune from CC. And it's like just keeping himself also defensive as well. Saya's Bob got damage. Stun. Does he have a stun of his own? He does. Shrink it out for Gazef as well. Saya's Bob. No cheat downs, unfortunately. That's going to be Gazef with a full immediate mana. Trying to see if he can take down another Warrior. Got himself the angle. No fear on him. Is going to go over for another leap into a short route for a second. Yet another backflip. Massive damage to Torechik, who's trying to close the gap, but he cannot. Gazef with some more movement. Road Reaps are doing so much damage. Consumes are also just absolutely blasted through him. Gazef with a quick imprison for a second. Is going to be a fresh new hunt with another leap. Oh my god. Hold on a second. That was so good. UI? Hold on. Wait. Normally it should give me like an opportunity to leave. Wait. Where's the screen? I don't... Chat. Normally it would show up like a screen saying who did how much damage where, but it's not doing it. How do I leave instance? Is there a command I can type to leave instance? Damn, I don't know how to leave. Blizzard messed it up. Blizzard, where's my leave button? I don't have a leave button. I don't even have my, anything. I can't hit escape. I can't do anything. I can't bring up my UI. Chat, how do we leave the instance? I don't know how to leave. Uh-oh. Okay, well, Blizzard, at least, you know what? In the past patches, they broke the spectator mode entirely. This is broken, but like probably the best kind of way to break it. At least we can actually play games. I just didn't know how to leave. Where's the door? Can I leave? Blizzard? Let me just... Yeah. I keep getting caught out. I can't leave. I'm trapped in here. I'm like a rat in the cage. Okay, let's figure this out. How does one leave instance, chat? Does anybody know a command for like leave instance? Oh my god. Where are we at in duels, by the way? 500? No, that's not right. I guess 600? I guess I'll place it in 600. Wow. Command to leave instance. Back to leave instance area. Oh, okay. It kicked me out after a second. Neat. That works. Alrighty. Johnny and Manetho, let me know if you guys are good. If you still got team, let me know if ready. And rent a car. Let me know if you still got 5. Yeah. Johnny's ready. As long as Ren lets me know he's ready, we'll be good. We're ready. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Boy Type. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll use it next time. This is weird. I didn't know it just didn't give me like a window at the end. So I don't know how much who did what damage actually. All we can see is who killed and the duels themselves, but we don't know who did the most damage. Literally have no idea. I guess we'll find out next week. Find out next time and next time in the future episode of Dragon Ball Z. That's actually what we got here. Alrighty, what do we do? Let's do a Toll Viron. We got casters. I want to put him in an arena that's massive. Was a Demon Hunter for sure? It was a Demon Hunter for sure. Whether it was Rest in Hell or of Gazef, I have no idea, but I'll look at it. I'll observe the games. Blizzard allowing all players to acquire 4 sparks next week. You can craft 2 items. Yeah, so apparently this week people couldn't get those sparks. And Blizzard is allowing everybody to get those sparks next week on the Reset 18. So you'll have 4 sparks available. So if you don't have your 2 this week, you'll be able to get 4. 2 sparks available this week could either be done from Midnight Vault of Ulatek, Trail in Xalatath, Turn Back the Surge, which is a bug, and then you also PvP, but they're basically making it so everybody gets 4 sparks next week, so you get 2 crafts. So people that have 2-handed weapons will not be behind. Yeah, that's nice. I got 3 this week. Yeah, apparently people can get up to 3, but some people are bugged. Some people are bugged and are not able to get all of them. I got 2 this week, so I guess I'll get 2 more from like PvP and PvE, which works. Which? Win that world tour also gives 1? Really? Okay. Interesting. Rao is going to be up first over for the team 1 versus Adlet. A bit of a rematch between the two. Last time the Feral was able to take down the Paladin. And normally Feral is one of the better classes against Paladins because in the season 1, Paladins were brutal. I mean, self-healing, sturdiness, great survivability. Are we still by the Feral? Another stun as Adlet was trying to see if he can set up some damage. So this is going to be interesting. I'm actually very, very interested to see who has better survivability, better damage, better healing. It's going to be a Barskin out for Rao as he's setting up some damage. Adlet starting to take some hits. Is going to go for the Dawnlight. Tried and true self-healing. Starting to convert some of his mana into self-heals, but it looks like he's not able to fully stabilize. That is another question though. Maybe Adlet isn't focusing too much on self-recovery. Maybe so far he's going mostly damage, not as much healing. So I don't really know which one he's going for. Blessing a Sink a little bit early. That Maim is going to reduce. That's huge for Adlet. Stun reversal back into the Feral. Yet another Wake of Ashes is going to send in some of those Dawnlights damage-wise into Rao. Potentially just looking to go for a Lay on Hands to get a reset. Is going to go for Lay on Hands. For Rao, he's in a bit of a weird spot. Letting the Blaze do work. Setting Adlet's health down a little low while letting healing over time maintain himself for a little bit until he can get himself another proper stun. And Adlet and Rao got themselves decent recovery. Potentially could be a Barskin or a wall out for Rao. He's just going to go for a bit more movement to try to see if he can escape this instead. Just try to see if he can get himself out of there. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the axe. I feel like everyone is going to be go for it. You mean the new one is going to be very strong kill up. Very strong item depending on the class. Like for Outlaw and for many of the Agi classes, it is just a strong, powerful damage increase. I think it might be an item that people are probably going to be bonus rolling on. If it is your best weapon, I think most people are going to end up bonus rolling on that one. So to craft it two-handed on DK, I would check whatever guides for DK has because they usually have a pretty good idea of like what would be your biggest increase. Unless you can somehow guarantee a mythic weapon that day, then I think crafting a weapon would be the best choice. Unless you can absolutely guarantee a mythic weapon, yeah, then I would just craft one. Outside of that, because then at least you have a reliable weapon to work with. Unless DK has other weapons or other items you would want to craft instead. It's going to be a Rao taking a decent bit of damage, but it's going to go for a stun into Adlet. Adlet trying to see if he can reverse some damage with the Shield of Vengeance, give himself some cover, but Rao is also going to go with that wall to give himself some cover. So it's actually just going to be all-out offense between the two, and Adlet so far has not had to sacrifice a Blessing of Protection or a Bubble, so it looks like Pally's self-healing is still very potent this season. At least so far. I don't know how the new gear with higher item levels, if that's going to make it difficult or easier, because you are going to have more health. But I wonder if that self-healing is going to scale with that health, because in past expansions, that is something that actually caused Paladins to fall behind on self-healing. Is like, I have a lot of health, but my self-healing numbers are not that high, so I'm able to stabilize, but not recover like I used to. Bubble out for Adlet. That's a huge button. If Rao has a way to reverse damage to Adlet after this bubble, he will have nothing. There will be a Blessing of Protection he might be able to do, but for Barons, it's going to block from being able to do it. Rao actually taking some sweet time to try to recover as best as he can, and it's actually going to go for a reset, trying to see if he can maybe get trinkets out from Adlet. Is going to be able to go for recovery. So he's going to play it slower, play it safer. He will have Blessing of Protection to contend against, but now it's also going to be a Hodge on top of it. And Adlet's trying to be very, very careful. Blessing is saying super early, expecting the Feral to immediately jump him, but he's not going to be doing that quite easily. Because I'm playing Outlaw this season. Outlaw apparently was looking good from testing, so it might be good. It's actually also looking really good for Mythic Plus. Really, really good for M+. That's going to be very enjoyable. Yeah, I'm most likely going to try to see if we can bonus roll that weapon. But I am going to be playing all 3 specs of rogues for like raiding. Assassin, Subtletail probably going to be the proc specs. So I may have to go with a dagger as my first scrap just so I can play all 3 specs and try to see if I can bonus roll that weapon on my outlaw. Yeah, I can talk about it after this match maybe and give you my idea what I'll probably be doing. I will be doing like a proper outlaw guide and everything too in the next few days. And I have some ideas of what I'll be doing for gear myself, honestly. Adlet taking a lot of damage. Blessing of Protection managed to come out. Does he have Lay on Hands back up? He's going to be Trinket. Trying to see if he can take him down. Blessing of Protection needs to come out right now. I don't know if Rao has any more magic damage. Maybe you can just spam Moonfire at him. Trying to see if he can chip away that health little by little. Hodge not available for a while, so Adlet, this is your one opportunity to make something happen. Trying to go for recovery, but is it enough? Is going to be a Roar, possibly even a Trinket. Adlet does not go for a Trinket. He's just going to wait in that cycle, looking for that full recovery. But now Adlet is completely naked when it comes to defenses, and it looks like the Feral Druid is able to topple the Paladin by all means and accounts, unless Adlet can pick up some damage out of nowhere. it looks like Rao will be a-okay. Got barks, and if he needs to, he's gonna bark at as soon as he sees the wings. For Adlet, I wonder if he's gonna go more damage or if he's gonna go more survivability and try to prolong the game. Maybe wait until Lay on Hands is back up and available. We are 5 minutes into this very first match between a Feral and a Paladin. Dampening is slowly starting to creep up on the both of them, and Adlet's health is screaming at him. It's like, buddy, I am not gonna hold out, as dampening is only gonna get worse and worse as Feral is looking very healthy. Very survivable here. Blind for a second. The Feral cannot escape it. It's going to be a Hodge available, but before that, yeah, quick Mamo. The blade still close in. Oh my goodness. With the Demon Hunter immediately rushing out, rest in hell with a backflip for a second. Rao does have a wall in case he needs to. Roar for a moment. Clone, probably going to be a trinket. No trinket. No, rest in hell is actually going to hold on to it. Just going to take a second. I like it. I also like it Mog, by the way. It looks fantastic. Quick interrupt onto Rao. It is going to put him in a bit of a weird spot. That is going to be also a bit of that Sigil of Misery to try to lock him down for just a second. Backflip in case there's going to be any kind of stuns out of the Feral. Incarn is available for the Feral Druid. Barskin may just want to go Incarn and try to see if he can get a Prowl restyle stun onto Rest in Hell at this point. Is going to succeed at it. Got the bleeds. Rest in Hell's meta is down for a second. Is actually going to go for the bleed and run. He's just going to use that incarnation to buff up his blades and just going to try to see if he can escape out of that. He's got himself immunity as he juked out a kick. Could potentially just go for a cast. Instead, just going to stay in bear form. Roar for just a second as he try to see if he can shift back into cat form. Is going to be a main for a second. It is short. Bleeds are still going to be set up with the rest of hell, whose health is actually not doing that good. Those bleeds have caught up with him. Ivy, but it's not enough, I don't think, unless he can end the kill right here. Haunt last second, trying to see if he can escape it. The Feral Druid almost did it too. Feral Druid almost took him out. Gazef charges in. Quick root onto Resident, who still has meta, so he's got at least some recovery. Trying to see if he can use whatever movement he's got in order to keep himself afloat. Rushes around to try to refresh a shield on him. Trinket with a rush out by Gazef. Some more CC out of Resident with an Ivy to refresh that metamorphosis duration. Knows there's going to be big damage. Gazef is a melee at this point. He's literally got a melee combo. He flies into Resting Out to do melee damage, but he's literally up in the air to try to avoid it. There goes the big leap. Big damage crashing down on top of him. Rest in Hell got himself a little bit of survivability. Charge back up to Gazef for a second. Try to see if he get himself another proc. Yet another metamorphosis might give him just enough healing. His health barely at anything available right now. He's able to scrape by a little bit of health at a time. Charges past. Sigil of Misery still maintaining himself. Stun. No, actually he has a trinket. He should have a trinket. Darkness is available as well. May need to use it at some point. Not an amazing spot. Backflipping in. And he lands the kill. I am amazed he was able to pull that off. What in the world? And he still has a trinket. He has a stun. He has darkness. He has everything. There's no way he's been able to maneuver that easily and that carefully to plan this out. Immediately slamming out massive damage with a hunt. Wall out for Elenius as he's sharpening up, toughening up his scales. Double big breath attack back to back. Vile just doing a trail run on him, carpet bombing the guy, but he's just backflipping out of it to immune the stun. It is going to be Elenius attempt to go for those disintegrates. As long as he can keep that movement and disintegrates, keeping his distance from Rest in Hell, that'd be huge. Does land a root. Full mastery is available for Elenius, and that's going to be Rest in Hell some way, somehow backflipped over in the air. I guess it's maybe a bit of a server stuff going on. Netcode kind of thing. It is going to be procs out of Elenius though. He's got damage. Imprisoned for just a second. He breaks out of a prison just to keep channeling the damage back into Rest in Hell. Stun to follow. Ibim right after. Does Rest in Hell bring it back? He does. Some way, somehow he's still alive. What in the world? Lana does swap back into the block. Is got himself at least a setup to try to see if he can topple down Rest in Hell. Rest in Hell. I love the mounts, by the way, Lana. What the hell? That's so good looking. Polly immediately is going to be able to go for Frostfire Bolt to set a setup. And has got himself Ray of Frost. As long as that doesn't get interrupted too often. You have a lot of damage. Is going to go for Alter Time. That's going to be massive. It's going to let you reset a lot of your health back to where you need it to be. Is going to be able to use it early. Dampening, however, is going to reduce that healing, though, that it used to do. But it's going to be right now. Rest in Hell kind of in a spot where he can't really do much. Charges in last second to get himself a huge combo proc. What was that combo? Another glaive is available. The purple glaive, that means he's got himself another combo setup. Fury immediately as soon as he closes the gap together with Manetha though. And it's going to be those volleys. But a darkness down to live. The volleys, look at the volleys. They look gorgeous. They look beautiful. But I think darkness might have actually soaked up a lot of it. Unfortunately, Rest in Hell's charge did not really let him get too much of a distance. Manetha is getting shredded, but he's got himself defenses in case he needs to. I-Beam is going to be up. Interrupted right after. That is a full metamorphosis out of Rest in Hell. The trinket out for Manetha to break out of the CC for just a second. Silence on the Demon Hunter is going to go for a disperse. He's flying up in the air. Silence does not stop his lances. is going to be able to get some damage, but the disperse is helping disperse the damage around his body. Got himself a little bit of self-heals and rest in hell. Charges around the corner. Quick Fear immediately. Minato at least got some CC. Trinket immediately out for us in hell. Try to see if he closes this out right now. He's going to get an interrupt and Shadow onto Minato. I don't think there's much Demon Hunter, or at least much a Shadow Priest can do in that situation. Again, I can't see the scoreboard, unfortunately. Alrighty, we'll try to see if we can use this to leave. It doesn't let me leave. Oh, it doesn't let me leave. Oh, it's leave party. What about leave instance? Is that what I gotta do? Hold on. Is it instance? Is that how that works? No, I can't leave. Bro, I'm stuck. Okay, Blizzard. I see it. You guys broke the dual stuff a little, but it will take me out after a second. So we just gotta have to be patient and wait. I wish I could see the scoreboard to see how much damage and healing everybody did. But it looked like Russell's class is kind of strong. Okay. I need to look up if there's any other macros to leave. Arena? Maybe? Leave party. See, leave party. I'm not trying to leave party. Leave a battlefield. Oh, leave battlefield worked, actually. So I'm gonna type it in here. Relive battlefield. So I have it for a while. DFK, invite me. I can take over the group. Yeah, invite me and pass me lead if you can, friend. That'd be great. You're good. If you need to take care of the fan, friend. Unless he walked away, and then I need to remake the group again. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And if you pass me lead, I'll swap you out. I'll grab somebody. But you're more than welcome to. You guys still on? Yeah, I can get you back in after. Hey, can you pass me lead? Whoever got lead. Olanius? Yo, Olanius, pass me lead. Also, Olanius, I should add you, honestly. I feel like you join these duels pretty regularly. I feel like I want to get you in, man. We'll need to get a +1. Perfect. Beautiful. Let me mark you with a note, because otherwise I'm not gonna remember you. I don't say that to be callous. The evoker. I'm just really bad with names, like incredibly, horrifyingly bad. Pass lead plus. Nice, appreciate it. Molten core. We need one. We need one. We got a spot if you guys want to join us. I'm gonna convert it to a raid. We got Nasmershka. Beautiful. I'll make Nasmershka lead. Perfect. I like it the new sub, Nasmershka. Johnny, let me know if you're good. Unless you already said it. Yeah, Johnny, let me know. Let me know if you're good. We need to give Gazef a second. I'll give Gazef a moment. Any thoughts? Yeah, definitely. You know I gotta slot for you, man. You know I gotta slot for you every time. I'm kind of upset Arcane Pulse is just off the table. You know, look, they made a button to try to give them like a easier to use AoE version of Arcane Explosion. But I think Arcane Pulse is too weird for how Arcane Mages played. I think them spamming Arcane Blast, honestly what they should do with Arcane Pulse is not make it a button. They should just give Arcane Blast a cleave effect if you pick up Pulse. It's just Arcane Blast also procs a Pulse on your primary target. And they can just tune the damage. Make Arcane mostly single target with free cleave, right? If you want to do big AoE, you drop down, one sec. Waiting for Johnny. Alenius hit us with a go? Question mark? 1 sec. As soon as Johnny lets me know he's good, we'll send it. Or did Johnny message me? No, he did not. Okay, we're waiting for Johnny for a second. He might have maybe walked away or has to remake the group or something. We'll find out in a moment. We'll find out in just a second. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-ba. I wonder if I could bring up like scoreboard through a command. If I could use leave battlefield to leave the arena, then I wonder if I can bring up scoreboard with also another command. I probably can. Right, you're probably just not doing it automatically. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ready? Okay. Okay, we're ready. 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 Huh. Ready. Can't spell. Nes Meshka Die Test Chista. Oh, he's asking. He is asking. To test something. Мне дали после просто. Oh, his new Apex talent. He is asking. Okay. Never mind. I was trying to translate. But it's okay. We'll just go. We're ready? Yeah. Okay, instead of rent a car, we do NS NSMSHK, I think. We do hook, I guess. Beautiful. Yeah, quickly would be nice. Pulse in season 1 slammed an AoE. And then they just turned it into a cooldown. Yeah, they turned it into a cooldown, I think, to make sure that you're still like arcane blasting over anything. Like if you want it for AoE buttons, you'll be fine for AoE. The problem is, it's like you don't really use it in single target, right? Yeah, I don't really know. I don't think adding arcane mages more buttons is the play. I don't know if our ability will get too much play. I can totally see that at some point becoming a button that you just don't really do anything with. Like, you might not play it and then might just convert it. We'll see though. We'll see. I think at the very beginning everybody's just going to be like enthralled by the fact that Arcane Mage's gameplay is different. It is back to like War Within version. It's probably going to keep people occupied for a while. But we'll see what they do with it. Which. I mean, I think it'd be nice if see it exist in Missile's version of Mage, not just ball spam. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if ball spam is going to be played this season. Who knows though? Rest in Hell. First up, Lana over on the Arcane Mages this time around, trying to go for an Invis. They did increase the amount of survivability the Arcane Mages have. Rest in Hell switching out to the Devourer this time around. He's not on the normal Havoc spec. He's going to go for a charge with an interrupt. That burst damage all of a sudden forces Lana into a block. Is going to drop out of the block, trying to land some CC. Shields barely keeping him alive. Arcane Surge and a Dream is all he's got, together with a Phoenix, but unfortunately a single Reap is more than enough. The Haunt is going to connect as Zelenia is trying to get some damage of his own. Got himself a bit of that movement. Interrupts are available for Rest in Hell. They still do have the interrupts over melee. He's going to go for the backflip to make sure he doesn't get stunned up. The Dragon's still staying in the Carpet Bomb rotation. Main to go for another Carpet Bomb, possibly, to try to see if he can just zoom away from Rest in Hell. Potentially, he's going to go for a bit of movement into a huge charge. Massive damage with an interrupt. There goes the stun. Does get himself some distance. Elenius recovered a lot of health using that wall, however. Timing that wall, you do have a lot of recovery. Is going to try to see if he can reset Rest in Hell to a position, try to see if he can keep it a distance before he catch up on health. Actually kind of huge. He actually was able to deny a lot of healing with the time lock ability or whatever it's called. I don't remember. Chrono something. Rest in Hell, however, is still fighting through it. Is going to be able to get himself some healing either way, but those beams that disintegrate around the wall are painful. He's got himself maybe a wall. Rest in Hell has not a lot of things to work with. Does get himself a short charge with his shielding. Melee got himself a bit of damage, but Elenius with a last bit of fire at the end does recover. With Wretched going to be up next as a warrior trying to close the gap. Does get to juke him, so it's going to be free cast for Elenius. Is going to be asleep as he tried to blaze storm through it, I think, but I don't know if it worked. Wall is available for Elenius. Try to see if he can walk away from Wretched. While he's got wall, he's just trying to make sure he doesn't get CC'd. Is going to unfortunately get himself CC'd back with his own sleep. Full huge stone into Retric, however. That is a huge duration. He's still got a second deep breath in case he wants to use it. So it's going to be massive. He got himself a Living Flame in order to get himself a little bit of healing. Shields up for Wretched, trying to go for that second wind healing. You know there's going to be another deep breath out of the Evoker. Is going to use it before it's out. Try to maximize whatever damage he can with more disintegrates available. Fire Breath is up. Wretched got himself at least defenses. Shields up for Lanius. Try to see if he can at least knock him back for a second. Is going to be a Reflect, I think. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is going to be Juke instead. Retro took a lot of damage, but his second wind healing is going back, and Alenius noticed it. He's like, you know what? I got to beam him down for a little. Did not have a wall for this one, but he's going to use wall either way. Try to see if he can still use mobility to escape Retro as best as possible. It is actually going to go for the immune. I think he might have immune to stun out from Retro too. Whenever he uses a Verdant Embrace, he does get a short shield for immunity to CC that will soak up next CC. I think there might have been a store ball there. Here right after. Alenius does have Deep Breath available by the looks of it, so you should be able to use it here. Potentially get himself some distance, some disintegrates from afar. Does have full mastery burst in case he wants to use it. Is going to go for the deep breath. It is not going to stun Retric, unfortunately. He got him some movement. He's probably going to be able to use another. If he can use it during CC, that'll be huge. Mastery damage is out. Got him some movement. Can go for a deep breath. He's going to try to see if he can close around with it, but unfortunately flying into a wall. He still got himself that distance. Still got himself some movement. Retric with his CC going to try to see if he can get something going. Could not go for a stun. That's going to be a fire breath. Big damage right after. Olenia's got a lot of damage to follow up after Trinket is available. Got him some movement too. And that disintegrate is more than enough. Adlet is up next. There's a Red Paladin. Looks like Alenius is actually kind of okay. Survived. He won't have a wall here, unfortunately. He'll be very limited in CC. He's going to be able to toss the Adlet back towards behind the pillar. Is going to lock him in time for a second to at least create some distance. Alenius unfortunately does not have much he could really do at the moment. He's got himself a bit of damage procs. Trying to see if he can make that huge proc post burst happen and make it do something. Sleep is going to connect. Alenius unfortunately does not have much health to work with. He can go for Oppressive Roar. He can go for the Root. He does have a wall here too, so you might be able to combine it together to get some decent distance and defenses. Actually decent damage onto Adlet. Wall is in play. Is going to go for another deep breath for another stun. And has got himself those disintegrates from a distance. Fire breath for a moment. Got himself movement. Blind by the Paladinum. And then he's recovered just a hair bit of health, but unfortunately in that stun may not have enough. He got knocked back onto Adlet. That's about all he can really do. Movement is also huge, and Adlet actually taking so much damage may have to go for some kind of defensive. Alenius does not have much health to work with. He's just trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of health. But unfortunately, sitting down for mana, that's all he could do in that situation. Movement is available. Next Hodge in 10 seconds. He's got himself at least a little bit of procs and damage. He's going to be able to time block Adlet and try to see if he can just run away. That might be the correct play. Just run away. And whatever health recovery you can get, first aid, unfortunately wasn't able to last long. I don't know if he got himself... Oh, I think it's over. I was going to say, I don't know if he's got himself the Verdant Embrace. But, man, he's got himself Disintegrate still. He's got movement. He's keeping the Paladin just a breath's reach away. And he's going to go for a distance. Got himself a lot of healing back there, actually. What a heal that was, trying to get some mana. You also got another deep breath, so you can at least run away from the Paladino, avoiding him. Yet another stun shell shock the Paladin, who doesn't sit it long at all, though. Olenius, unfortunately, will not have a wall unless you can root this guy. Wall is up. You better use it immediately. Maybe the wall will give him just enough survivability. He has full mastery burst available too, so you might just be able to hold on. Got himself a massive shield. Full mastery burst is available. Hold on, Olenius. I don't know if he can spike up some damage right now. This could be an opportunity for him. He's got a lot of resources generating. Trinket is also available. Wall, unfortunately, is not going to be able to hold on for too long. He was able to, looks like, immune a Hodge through from the Paladin, so there's only so much you can do. He can go for sleep. Trying to see if he can mitigate Pali's damage. Trinket back up unavailable. Olenius, I don't know if you have any burst to follow up. Got himself just a little bit of shielding. Any mana you have for heals would be huge. Unfortunately, the Paladin does have more survivability. This isn't uncommon. For Evokers to have healing, they normally cannot have more healing than a Paladin. They're just not designed to have a lot of self-healing. But it feels like they're really amped up the self-healing of Evokers this time around. Previously, they had no healing. Here, Olenius, even at 29% dampening, was actually able to do a decent bit of burst heals here and there. Gazef tried to see if he could rip right through Adlet, but that full spell ward and does give him 6 seconds of pure immunity. Those 6 seconds are not long-lived at all. Trinket back up for Gazef. Does he have any more melee damage? That's some huge leaps on top of it, but it's going to be a bubble out of Adlet. Gazef just needs to wait a little longer here. Try to go for a melt. It's not going to be able to be enough. Trying to see if he can recover some health, knowing the Paladin does not have much to work with at the moment, at least for 13 seconds. No Hodge. Those Reaps are doing damage. They buffed up the damage of Devourer outside of meta. It's still a very, very heavy meta class. You still want to use most of your damage during meta, but you can now do quite a decent bit even out of meta. Like, those Reaps and Consumes are hitting harder than before. Lay on hands for the Paladin as he got himself the full reset. The Pali's out of big buttons, but Gazef looking very healthy. I don't know if he can get himself a blur up and running. Maybe a darkness situation. Does get himself a full shield. Blur definitely needs to be used as soon as possible, trying to recover whatever health he can. Stun onto Adlet. At some point, Metamorphosis should be coming back up for the Demon Hunter, right? Darkness to try to see if he can keep himself alive here a little longer. Sigil of Misery for just a second, trying to recover whatever health he can, but his health is really dipping down low. I think he might just die. Shields as he does himself a last rush, but unfortunately, Adlet has himself the range damage. Only so much you can do. Gazef unfortunately does go down with Adlet faced up against the Feral Druid next. That or a Rogue, but only sees one of them in stealth, or really only sees one of them out of stealth. Yet back-to-back stuns as Adlet is left with nothing left here. It is an opportunity for Rao to possibly steamroll through Adlet. And he's got a Rogue, which Feral Druids generally do well against Rogues, although they go a little toe-to-toe sometimes. I wonder if this is going to be the season where they go toe-to-toe or if this is one-sided. But also he's got I Got Size Bop. Another class that technically can do well against Pharaohs, but not amazing against Pharaohs. Eyes are available for either side, so if you do want to pick up a way to see the stealthy, you can. Both of them are available. Size Bob could go for it, but it looks like he's got to hang out by this wall here. He is going to go for the eye, running by it. He does pick it up, sees the Feral, so he knows exactly where he's at. Should be able to stop the opener. However, the Rake does connect while the Stormbolt was midair, which does not get the Feral out of stealth immediately. It does have some travel time. Technically has an animation where you gotta throw the hammer, then it starts flying. So you do have that delay. By the time you do the animation throw, then there's a delay between the actual toss itself. And that's gonna be Size Bop, able to get some damage onto the Feral, able to disengage, got some bleeds, but he's kind of hoping that second wind is gonna be enough here. Might be able to give him just enough recovery. Beautiful mount, by the way. That's an awesome looking mount. I'm pretty sure I got this one and accidentally put it up on the auction house for 100 gold back in Warlords General. I think I meant to go for 100k, but I think I just did 100 and somebody instantly bought it and I thought, ah, damn it. I felt bad about it, but I also really did not care about mounts, man. I could not care less about mounts. I did not look up the rarity of them, nothing. There was that yellow grounding mount that people grouped up for that apparently had a really low drop rate. And I remember like the guild at the time I was in, they found that thing. They were like, everybody get attack for it. We'll keep it alive for you. I was like, oh, I guess I'll do it. But I just, yeah, they waited a good 10 minutes for me to actually fly all the way there. I had to take a flight path. I did not. I was like, yeah, guys, just kill it. Just kill it for me. Not realizing how rare that mount was at the time. It was like, what, a couple of weeks into the expansion? First week, second week, maybe? I didn't realize everybody else spent actual time farming that mount, trying to get it. With other players always, like, ripping it off from each other. Gonna be a big killing spree on the opener by Leo. Got himself proper setup. Big between the eyes combos. Is he gonna go for a Trinket? Trinket immediately with a cloak. He's going to try to see if he can get some damage onto Rao. Rao with a bit of a wall. This is an opportunity for Leo possibly just to stay in. Feral's out of cat form. Try to see if he can build some damage. I wonder, he's actually not going to go for evasion. Seeing the Feral Frenzy is going to go for an evasion. Try to see if he can keep their damage ramped up as best as possible. It is going to be a bit of that root effect right after. Leo is going to have to go for a bit of a blind. Try to see if he can go for a reset here on top of it. Maybe a sap. Sap? No, cheap shot instead. Trinket out for the Feral Druid. He's going to go for a roll of the bones. Got himself some sort of a buff. I think maybe one of a kind. Looks like one of a kind, maybe. Rao's not even standing still anymore. He just knows this Rogue got so much infinite mobility, and Rogue goes in for a big old grapple into a blade rush, into a kick, literally 3 skills all at once, and Rao might actually be in a bit of a danger zone. It's going to be full killing spree. Does get himself a maim onto Leo. Does Leo have enough here? That root does not last long at all. Leo's health is actually really low. But he may have enough here, just needs a little bit more, one little blade rush, or one little dispatch. It does take him out. Nasmershka is the last one left. And it looks like he's given Leo an opportunity. I don't know if Leo can do anything for heals. I don't know if he got first aid, but it looks like Nasmershka is looking to give you a full reset. Yeah, I guess you would just need to sit there with Sippy Cup a couple of times. Unless he's not going to give you a full honor duel. Yeah. I feel like if Nasmershka comes out of stealth, then you know. I mean, he can't see what Nasmershka is. Nasmershka is jumping in the center. He's waiting for Leo, obviously. Like, as a rogue, he's obviously waiting for Leo. Normally, rogues would be roaming around. He's just in the center. So, Leo, I think you're pretty much safe to just, like, get yourself a reset. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Oh, he is trying to find you. He is looking for you. But he's kind of letting you come to him. He's letting you come out when you're ready. That's what it seems like. That's what the rogue is saying, essentially. I read Rogue. The way that rogues maneuver around while stealthing or out in the open, you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell what they're saying without even saying words. WoD is sadly an X-Pack. If it ever gets a remix, I'll never need anything from it. Yeah, I feel like they should skip WoD if they do a remix of it. WoD Classic would be too weird to do. WoD Remix would also be weird. Then we need to load up WoD with so much new stuff and some kind of crazy power progression system and like events in the open world. Crazy events in order to make it fun because they had no content. So we need to load it up with so much cool cosmetics that you've never seen the game before. Just absolutely overloaded with a bunch of cosmetics. I think what they should do is maybe Shadowlands an expansion or Wrath. Wrath I think would be sick too, right? Titan powers, imagine the thematics of it would be so good. An opportunity for people to get the time lost proto Drake? That'd be sick too. That still is a really cool mount that a lot of players still go after to this day. Leo does go for a trinket. Is going to be a blind Nasmurshka with Shadow Blades. Nasmurshka's cooldowns are unfortunately gone. Gonna go for a gouge. Still can do some decent damage with Leo. Leo just gotta be very careful. If you can pre-feint stuns with Nasmurshka, he'll be golden. Killing Spree comes out, trying to see if he can bust it out in every direction. But unfortunately, if you don't have a target, you are shooting randomly. Double grapple hook to try to get away. Nasmurshka trying to get on top of him. For Leo, that's an opportunity to go for a disarm. Disarm back to him. You still pistol. You can still pistol. You don't need weapons. Yeah, you can build up comp points with pistol and you can spam between the eyes. So he has a kidney shot ready to go. Grappling around. Is that enough? Kidney shot does connect. Nasmurshka is forced to take the damage here. Leo, unfortunately, Killing Spree did not get the most damage. Cloak of Shadows. Whatever damage Nasmurshka does with Shadow, he's actually going to be able to immune some of it. Leo takes huge hits. Does he have a gouge? Cheap shot last second. Is that enough? Oh, unfortunately. Nasmurshka does end up taking him out. Rough. Again, I can't see the, what is it, the scoreboard, so I don't know who did the most damage, but at least we got to watch everybody play. That was well done, dude. Alenius didn't do that bad. Actually, Evoker kind of good now, huh? I am surprised. Genuinely surprised. Alrighty, both Nasmurshka and Johnny, let me know when you guys are ready, and we'll get another one up and running, yeah? Do I have the macro? I do. Yeah. Johnny is ready. No, Johnny's not ready. Nasmurshka is ready though. Nasmurshka is ready. Johnny, let me know when you're good to go and we'll send it. Dude, I'm having fun with these. Are you guys having fun with these duels? I'm having a lot of fun. Buff Ellie Sham. Yo, Puss, I agree with you on that. Buff Ellie, 300%, bare minimum. Otherwise, Blizzard, you are actually neglecting the class. Can't believe it. Are they actually not doing that good right now? I did run a bunch of world PvP and it's all quite a decent bit of Ellie Shamans. And enhancements actually. Liquid Luster Potion massively buffed in hotfix. Liquid Potion to apply, increasing in versatility. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. What dude, they added a bunch of cosmetics and consumables and things and they buffed up Liquid Luster. Wow! 420, bro! That's a big buff actually. Hold on, that's huge. Wow, wait, this actually could be really strong. Hold on, is Liquid Luster good? On the other hand, Liquid Luster now provides 6 seconds of... Wait, increase in versatility. So it scales up? Wait, ramp classes? Dude, ramp class with 2,000 more versatility. Imagine using this on like a... And how many seconds of it? 30? What am I thinking of? Devour? You use it before you start meta, so you have the peak during your burst of meta. Or Arcane Mage over the tail end of Intention Magi. Or Demonology Warlock, can you summon more and more pets? Unholy Death Knight? No, probably not. No one more front damager. Or do they? Probably not Sub-Rogue. Assassination maybe, actually. Assassination might like it. Using a Blood Deacon to get full sun land stacks. True, honestly. Oh, this might be a good trinket. A good potion, actually. Crazy. Alrighty, we're both ready. Let's send you guys in. Let's do Rook. I like Rook. Do you think you'll get wear 2 of these axes for double prop? I don't think so, no. I'm pretty sure the axes are unique, so you only get 1. Plus Outlaw, I mean, ideally, if you're looking for a best damage killer kill, Axe is definitely a good one. Definitely worth rolling for it. I think if you do Heroic Raid, getting the Axe rolled on Mythic is good. But definitely worth getting. Trinket combo with the Axe is also really good. The offhand weapon, however, is going to be a dagger. I thought maybe you would use the dagger from Ulatech, but apparently it's a Mythic Plus dagger instead. You're probably going to do Zul'Jan dagger in Fang's dungeon, Ultra Fangs, because that one has holy damage. It's like the min-maxi, but I don't think you'll be able to double axe it. I'm pretty sure it's a unique item. Still, very, very good. That's most likely going to be your best setup. I don't know if you'll be able to get those items immediately at the start of the season. If you can start rolling for the axe, might honestly be... I guess technically you can start... I'll talk about like what I would craft in terms of gear-wise on Rogue and whatnot in my guide. But I guess you can also check out the Discord. I do have that written version of the guide if you want to peep it. But like it has all the embellishments. Technically, you can start going with the embellished items, skip the weapon completely. If you're just going to be chancing for the weapon, switch immediately. You know, Luna going to be first up as an Arcane Magus versus Gennady. I almost want to call it Jenny. Can I call it Jenny? Gennady is the name. I'm going to respect it. I also wonder how Assassination is going to play. They buffed up the resist... Blind? Was that his button? He went blind, and then he went in for blades, and then he went for a shadow meld. Is that like a... Was that a misplay? Was that a wrong button used? Is there anything blind does? Unless you use blind in order to... Actually, I cannot tell. I don't know. Is there a talent that I'm missing in my head where actually you could do some cheesy blind stuff? Because I know that blind used to be used for like cheese before. You used to blind and then stack up damage buff and then one-shot people as subtlety. Trying to go for a sap, but unfortunately that is completely DR'd. Lana burning through mana a little bit, but at least has help to work with. Gennady looks like trying to go for an opener. Garrote got himself at least some dots. He's going to build up for damage. Yet another Garrote just chaining those. He's going to go for a Death Mark, and you're literally trying to cheese him out with blades. Ultra is available for Luna, who is going to be able to get himself an angle. He'll be able to barrage him down. At the very least, missiles to follow is going to be able to get some procs. Lana is starting to take some damage, though. The bleeds are really ramping up. Maybe that's what Gennady was trying to go for. Just bleed him out. Big ambush right after. Just trying to see if he can throw some poisons in. It's going to be those dots. Dude, Lana, your shield is not going to be able to hold. That thing is about to pop. Oh, actually, doesn't last long at all either. Lana might be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Gennady just letting the bleeds do work. What is this bleed build he's got going on? All you need is put some bleeds. Death Mark, so he doubles up the bleeds, and then the other guy melts. Is he just got to play bleed gameplay? They did buff the sustain damage of Assassination. They nerfed the burst, but buffed a lot of sustain damage, and the bleeds quite a decent bit, and gave him better energy. So I'm wondering if this is what the Assassinations are doing now. Running around just letting bleeds do work. That's gonna be so strong, dude. Imagine. Bleeds, spread him in solo BGs and solo shuffle. Mid and team fight, you're good. Trinket immediately try to see if he can deny the Feral. The damage is going to go for Kingsbane right after. Rao, Barsian is available. Gennady is going to back up out of the roots right around the corner, even though he was landing sided. Moonfires are still going to put some damage on him. Blind to reset it. As Gennady is looking for a proper reset here, is going to go for re-stealth. But I think Garrote's apparently not silencing him at all. I don't know. You're going to have a stun at some point, right? Main is going to lock him down. Gennady, do you have anything to follow up here? Maybe a Kindle Shot. Cloak of Shadows is used. I think use the Shiv, but the Pharaoh's able to power shift it to remove a Kindle Shot. Pocket a Trinket out of the Pharaoh's. Gennady, unfortunately, cannot go anywhere unless you have a Vanish. That's all you can do. Did ramp up some decent damage onto Rao. He was actually starting to take some decent bleeds, but yeah, taking him out. That crazy delete button? Death Mark? Is Death Mark a delete? I guess it is. I feel like yes, but no. Death Mark, all it does is just doubles up the bleeds, but if the rogue bleeds are strong, like, all it does is just creates a second set of bleeds, right? Oh, you mean like the, no, the delete button. You mean like the heart attack. It's the, sudden demise. When the bleeds damage would eclipse the whatever leftover health, it just immediately kills it. Yeah, I think that's what killed him there at the end. The mage. Yeah, he just heart attack. He just got a random heart attack. Sias Bop, unfortunately, is going to have to go for a leap, trying to reconnect with Rao. Even though he does have better movement now that they removed the slows, he still is having to go for leaps in order to reconnect the Feral properly. Is at least able to stay on him and do some damage. Feral just sitting in bear form, just letting the bear form take the damage while Sias Bop is taking huge hits from those bleeds. Stun is going to be back up and available. Sias Bop, that's an opportunity for you to get some resource back. For every bit of rage you spend into a Raging Blow, that does mean your cooldowns are coming back a little bit faster. Does get himself the executes, however, with procs. Is going to go for a defensive here as he gets stunned. Trinket does get used as his health is dropping low, and he's decided he's going to try to see if he can stay in. He's trying to go Bloodthirst. The root, however, is still going to cause the warrior to be separated from the Feral. The bleeds are still on him. Alenius, I think, just firing up fireworks back here. Yeah, just firing up fireworks, it looks like. As long as you guys don't touch the other guys, you're good to do whatever you want to do. You get to do whatever you want to do. Just make sure Gazef is also moving from time to time. Yeah, just don't want you guys to DC randomly. The arenas, when we do 5v5 1v1 duels, they do get finicky like that. Same thing for the team 2 as well, with team Leo. Unfortunately, Size Bob is going to go down. Unfortunately, I don't even know if he had, even if he had a cheat death mechanic, I don't really know if that would have helped him. Rao was super healthy. It's just a lot of damage out of the Feral Druid. A lot of damage. And so far, I feel like the Feral was also able to really play carefully. He saw the Warrior on cooldowns and he backed up out of there. That's where the Warriors have the most amount of damage, but he kind of wants to stay on the Feral the entire time during OCDs to really make a dent. And the Feral's just like, root, run away. Just let him suffer with bleeds. Can't even get recovery with second wind. Sigil of Misery does stop Rao for a second. Metamorphosis out for Resinel, so he's going to be able to get some plenty extra damage. Got himself the I-beam. Backflip before any stuns comes through in case Rao was going to go for any stuns. I don't know if he was gonna. I wish I could see the cooldown of Maim. Resinel flying up in air. There's going to be a big barrage down onto Rao. A couple of those lances are going to connect, but the Feral with those regrowths is looking to stabilize. Dampening at 25%, and the Feral is able to recover, but barely before Resinel does close the gap around the corner. Is going to go for Shadow Mode to make sure that Cyclone does not connect. Feral immediately having to shift into bear form. Roar for a second. Realizes he won't have the time in order to go for a Cyclone there. Try to go for a proper stun onto Resinel, but the damage out of the Demon Hunter is just brutal. The proc damage is massive. Question is, who's next? Is going to be Gazef trading in blows from a distance, backflipping out of there before Resinel can go for a stun. Yet another backflip. Resinel knows to hold his stuns. For the Demon Hunter, he tried to go for Imprison, but that meta actually immune. The meta for both of them is going to be Predator's Wake, and that's going to be Resinel backing up out of there, using his own mobility to get away with the mobility out of Gazef. Gazef, however, is still going to slam the damage into Resinel, but the meta for him is going to be down for the count. Try to go for a consume, but that's going to get interrupted. Gazef with a bit of shielding needs himself a little bit more damage. I don't know if he's got any more other procs available, but he's got himself at least some distance to work with. Backing up out of there for a second. Void Raid to follow up. Resinel charges in, but unfortunately he's getting cleaved down by the Devourer. It's not enough, and Gazef does reap him down, taking his soul, devouring it really quickly. Sigil of Misery around the corner. Leo knows not to walk into it. Full ascend with a new icon available. Just dropping down wind strike after wind strike. Unfortunately, whoever's going to be next in Team 1, they ain't going to run into Leo, who has got full cooldowns available. They ain't gonna do it. Big charge in by Elenius, and he's just gonna get away from him entirely. Does at least go for Disintegrate the totem, however, is gonna catch on. He does have another Disintegrate, so he would be able to break out of that CC. And Leo actually able to build up a bit of that charge damage for him. Yet another Deep Breath does connect for Elenius. It is gonna be Fire Breath, full damage available too. So at least able to get some sort of a setup. Together with 3 bombardments out from the sky as more evokers are flying into the arena. You gotta love the bombardments of the evokers, man. It does look kind of neat. It does look kind of cool. It looks like he's just cheating and he's just summoning the homies in a way. It's gonna lock down Leo for a second. This is where Elenius does not really want to go for full cooldowns, which is Leo. He's just gonna reset him here in a second anyway. But it does put him in a situation where he's not quite behind the pillar, dropping in more totems down as best as possible. As he drop down, did he drop down the Counter-Strike totem? Might have. One of the totems did look like Counter-Strike in a sense, but not quite as bright. It's hard to tell. Or did they even have that totem? They did remove a bunch of totems from Shamans. Stun onto Leo with the Disintegrate for Ultra. Leo at no health, and there's still yet another Deep Breath that he can get hit by. Wall is available, yet another Deep Breath. Oh my god, the bombardments! He just died to the carpet bombing from those other evokers. And unfortunately for Elenius, it is Adler that's up next. Full immunity is out, using a Verdant Embrace, but unfortunately the Paladin is not going to walk into it. That is going to be Elenius trying to go for whatever defense he's got. Trinket is available. Chooses to use it here with a wall. That is his one wall available. Mastery buff no longer available. I don't know if he's got any damage to follow up after, but that would give him procs to work with. Got himself at least a little bit of damage, a little bit of healing. Movement is available as long as he's got the glide ability, or hover rather. Got himself more of those empowerment skills too. The more of them you get to use, the more damage you get to do. Knockback is also available. Elenius does get a juke, a kick from Adlet. It is lay on hands right now, and a sleepwalk for Elenius. Looking to recover as much health as possible. It is a stun. Unfortunately, nothing you can do about that one. And I think Elenius might be in trouble here. There's not much you can do. Shields are available. He also does have Deep Breath, which is going to help offset some of the damage. I'm pretty sure he has a talent where while Deep Breath is active, he reduces the damage he takes, or at least takes some of the damage he takes as a damage over time instead of immediately. I don't know how much health you really have to work with. He also is being very, very careful with his Verdant Embrace, because he needs to use that to immune CC out of Adlet. 3 seconds until a Hodge is available. You might want to use it here, because he's... Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he does go for a time lock on him. I don't know if that's going to do anything. No, it still does do stuff. It does lock him in. Nesmershka, last one left over the team one. Crazy delete button. It is. It really is, isn't it? It is, it is, it is. Cheap shot, and Adlet takes a decent bit of damage. Nesmershka does not go with Shadow Blade. She just goes in for an opener to get some cooldowns out of Adlet, but he's not looking to stay on him at all. He just goes in, gets some buffs out of him. Out. Shield of End is down, so now he can just wait until he has a proper going. Could maybe counter with a, I don't know, force a bubble, force a bop. I think that's essentially what Nesmershka can do. Fighting Adlet like toe-to-toe would not be good for him. Kidney shot with Shadow Blades, everything available. That is going to be, unfortunately, evasion for a Blessing of Protection as Adlet breaks out of the CC entirely. Nesmershka knows there's going to be a stunt to follow. He might be able to pre-feint this. Did he feint it? If he pre-feinted it, he takes 0 damage. I don't think he pre-feinted it. He still takes a lot of damage. Rogue feint on stuns is tough to pull off sometimes, but it is very, very strong. It is very strong. The damage reduction is noticeable. You literally go from like, oh yeah, this stun is gonna be is gonna definitely kill me, to okay, I'm basically invincible. It's like 40% damage reduction, if not like higher. Focus Shadow's up for Nesmershka really, really aggressively. Try to see if he can make some damage happen, about a blind out from Adlet. Double Vanish is available for Nesmershka. Trinket also is available. Might just want to use it here and escape the Paladin before the dots connect. So for Nesmershka, that's going to be the reset that he needs. The Rogue does have to play this slower. He does have to be more intentional with his go. Unfortunately, the Rogues are not designed in a sense to, like, if the Rogue stays next to the Paladin, even if the Rogue does not want to play the hide and seek game, he kind of has to. If he stays next to the Paladin, he just dies. The game devs literally designed the class to not do that, to just sit in stealth and recover. Trinket is going to be out for Adlet. Vanish available for Nesmershka. Might be able to land it, but I don't know. Maybe the Paladin? Unfortunately, the damage is more than enough. More than enough. More than enough. I wish I could see the leaderboard. I can't, so I guess we're just going to end it here. But damn. I need to go look through that match again and observe who did what. Further, wish you can see what the numbers are looking like. Maybe I should get the damage meters in here. I don't know if they'll track properly, but maybe. Wait, literally that thing is called Venom Serpent Green? Hold on, really? Oh, that's the Olitech one, right? Yeah. Why does it say Venom Serpent Green instead of Venom Serpent Green? I mean, not wrong, right? That is accurate description of it. That's not the mouth name, though. You know what I mean? Venom Serpent Green. Yeah, it's only this thing. Weird. Nesmershka is ready. Johnny, both are ready. Beautiful. We'll send you guys in. We'll do Dalaran Sewers. Ba-dum. Is it 605? I think it is. Yeah, Mythic Weapon and DK. Hell yeah. A gift of expunction? Oh wow, somebody got hit for like half a mil damage, no overkill. Is that one of the world powers? Hold on a second, dude. These world powers are wild. Wild. Okay, we got that one done. We go here. Switch. Got ourselves team of... Who's gonna be first up? Actually, I cannot move without you guys going through. Hey, Ro! I haven't seen anybody riding this thing in a hot second, dude. It is a cool mount. I remember when they added it, they were like, hey... They did like a whole like community poll of, hey, what mounts would you guys want to see? The yard team wants to make something. There was a Treant, there was a Nerubian, there was a Spellbook. They ended up using the Spellbook for the Mage Shower, which I'm so happy about, and the Slime Cat they used for Shadowlands. There's still 2 other mount concepts they had. I'm assuming one of them was used for Midnight, most likely. What is happening, dude? This Nesmershka is everywhere and nowhere at once. He's literally blinking everywhere. I think is that Spear. It's just not sure exactly where he's at, and the game is freaking out on us. Asia's Bop, unfortunately, is going to be taking some decent damage. Are you still auto-attacking through the wall? Blizzard, how is this a thing? Why do you still kind of auto-attack through boxes? I mean, I guess they're not like, you know, there's some gaps in between the boxes. Maybe you could like reach in a little dagger and, you know, nick them with the tip of the shiv. But like, come on, man, it should be a proper wall. Why is this still a thing? I think for PvE, it's probably fine, but for PvP, probably not good. Probably not the healthy design choice. Sunshine Espeshka, Size Bop is gonna go for Stompies into a gouge right after. Cheap shot by the Rogue, locking him down as best as possible. Oh! Ooh. Good disarm for the Warrior though. And Size Bop still is alive. For now at least. I was thinking the lockdown was not looking that good. He's gonna go for the leap. The Rogue with a step, not letting him any chance to get away. The Warrior does send him behind the pillar with an execute, but the Rogue is not worried whatsoever. He's still just continuing to auto attack, and in fact, for Rogue, he's just building calm points. Unfortunately, this whole wall strat is just building Rogue free combo points where he's going to be able to do giga damage. Cheap shot has got himself the Apex talent, procking in, buffing up everything. Big coup de grace, just absolutely smashing the damage on the Warrior with an evasion on top of it, so the Rogue can't even take damage. Just not letting him get a chance, and Leo rushing out. Unfortunately, Sundered. I think Sunder might have been a proc. The Rogue catches a reset with a blind. Dude, why do Rogues get away with these things, man? Rogue is one of the cheesiest classes in the game. I know that for certain, but it still surprises me every time I see it. Knock up by Leo with a Voltaic Blaze. There goes the Ascendance, the Rogue with the smoke. Just gonna use the light inside. He's like, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Here's your smoke. He's still got himself at least one strike. Tempest is still connecting. Unfortunately, cannot go for wind strikes while disarmed. So that's a pretty good way to stop a lot of the damage from Ascendance. So unfortunately, Leo's burst damage isn't going to be able to make it happen. But his damage outside of burst did go up. Oh my god, the Tempest. Absolutely shell-shocking the Rogue. Shadow Blades are in play. Pre-wall for Leo, so he's in a great spot. Devour Gormo's Bite. He hit him for the Gormo's Bite. Oh my goodness. That's a button I haven't seen in a hot second. Gormo's Bite, dude. They nerf Rogues for PvP. They gave him a global. Here, Rogues, press a global before you do your burst. Hey, just tell the other party that, hey, I'm about to do damage. Might as well, right? It is the weirdest change ever. Espeshka is trying to see if he can get himself a sap. At the very least, the Rogue's burst seems to be still pretty good. It is going to be kidney shot right after, as the Rogue setting up a bit of damage. Sheep shot to follow. Got himself a bit of a setup. It's going to be rude. Leo tried to see if he can recover health as best as he can. Dropping down massive damage on top of it too. Stun onto the Espeshka is going to be disarmed. He's trying to deal with the Bloodlust damage as best as possible. Leo is still able to get a lot of procs. He needs some healing. His health getting kind of low, but the Rogue does get himself one little eviscerate, but Genity not going to let him have his side. Rogue with advantage, got himself a bit of shielding. The bleeds are still going to get him out in the open, so Genity is going to be able to find him. First aid, unfortunately, is not going to be able to last long. You still got bleeds on you. Even that shield is going to soak some of it, but not all of it. Feint. Ooh, he does find Genity. Trinket for Genity. I know under the first we're going to go for a blind evasion instead. Genity also with a evasion. Unfortunately, the Smurfs can still get through him. A lot of those stealthy abilities will act as if they're hitting behind the target. That will bypass the evasion entirely. Especially did do a bit of burst, but he's going to back up out of there. He's perfectly fine waiting until Shadow Blade is available. The Smurfka has the trinket, Genity does not. So now the Smurfka, as long as he's playing it very carefully, there's nothing that the Smurfka can do to lose. He needs to be very careful. That blind can still turn things around for Genity. It still can give him an opportunity to make something happen. Isaac picked up by the Smurfka. Cheap shot. The Smurfka does go for a trinket. Cheap shot locked down on Genity with Shadow Blades, everything available. There's nothing to stop this guy. Damn. Aaron's subtlety was looking a little rough after the changes, but Nesposhka is making it work if that's the case. I did double check. It's going to be a big con charging in. Shadow Blades are still rolling for Nesposhka. Gouge for a second. Kidney shot onto Rest in Hell. Unfortunately, Shadow Blades are gone. He's still got a lot of damage though. Rest in Hell's health is not looking that good. He's taking so much damage. Gormo's bite on top of it. I don't know if you have any follow-up, but there you should do extra shadow damage. Hold on a second. Rest in Hell with a meta. Nesposhka managed to vanish this. Blind. You have no health. Cloak, just try to see if he can escape. Literally with 1 health. Again, Rogues get away. How do they keep getting away with it? He got away with 1 health. Any other class in that situation would be dead. Rogue gets away with it. I swear Blizzard had some sort of a hidden thing. Vanish. This Nesposhka with a bit more health. I don't know if he can do anything. Cheap shots are going to be DR'd. Rest in Hell does not have a trinket anymore. He can't do much. Nesposhka just needs to wait for a second. I don't know if you wait for full 30 seconds. You just need to make sure you get a stun opener before Rest in Hell can get a proper opener on you. Nesposhka needs to not risk getting opened up and found by Rest in Hell. When he has Spectral Sight, that's how he'll find you. Does he have Spectral? Let's see him. Sap! I think Nesposhka might have actually set up a kill potential here. Does he have enough damage? Cheap shot. You have another stun. Coup de grace. Stun last second. Rest in hell. No hell whatsoever. Isn't enough. Can recover. Stun up to Smushka. Isn't enough. Disarm. The Hunt Steel is going to charge in and connect. Got himself Gorma's Bite. Evasion is available for Smushka. Shields are up to try to see if he gives himself just a little bit more breather. Shields are burned through. Rest in hell. He flies up in the air. You have Smoke Bomb. Try to see if he can outrun it. Lances barely surviving it. Evasion was used to give himself more DR. Shadow Blades are in play. Just used to get himself a stun opener in prison before he could do so. Do you have Dance? He has Dance. Dance to stun him. That's all you can do right now. I think he takes it. Is it enough? Smushka does end up taking it. With Adlet is the last one. That's Rogue is just bringing it back for his aim. Oh my god. Actually, no, he's not bringing it back. He's the one that's leading the charge. He's the vanguard of the team. And there's still the rest of the team that can fight through. Adlet walking into this duel. Full cooldowns available. Everything is still up, so he's going to be fresh. Just the only thing he's got to deal with is dampening. ONYXIA is going to be an opportunity for him to at least have a chance versus Adlet. Previously, Adlet as a pally was a tough one for ONYXIA to deal with. ONYXIA is actually dropping some of his talent and he's switching up his build a little bit. He doesn't have the oppressive roar anymore. Still got himself another deep breath. It is going to be a stun. He's got himself full burst available. Adlet is going to take some damage here either way. And as long as he's got himself range and disintegrates back to back, he's actually going to reset Adlet. So whatever health Adlet is getting right now, he's actually going to send back. Is he going to chase after ONYXIA? Actually put Adlet in lower health. ONYXIA may need to go for a wall here. Does go for a wall. Juked out a kick. That's an opportunity for you to get a bunch of casts in. But it looks like Adlet is going to stay on him. ONYXIA needs to make sure you use the wall at high health so he can recover health. While wall is active, he just starts recovering health based on damage he takes. So it's actually used to reverse it. ONYXIA may need something here though. Sleep is going to get a CC onto Adlet, but he got trinkets. ONYXIA's got himself a little bit of survivability. He needs to make sure he's got a Verdant Embrace lined up with Heart so he can possibly mute it. But ONYXIA right now is in a situation where he's back up against the wall in the most literal sense possible. The scales do get used in order to give himself a little bit more cover. Using that mobility to get himself a bit of escape. Another mobility back up. Stun onto Adlet to give himself a bit of cover. Is actually accidentally going to end up charging right at him. ONYXIA has like no health at all. Gonna try to see if he can trap Adlet here for a second and try to create some distance, looking for more self-healing more than anything. Adlet's health did get pulled back low. ONYXIA picks up a bit of shielding. Sleep onto Adlet is going to connect. Unfortunately, his own shields are going to be gone. Fire Breath, all he can do is at least put a dot on the guy and maybe make some damage happen. All he can do is just cast at him. But at this point, yeah, not much an Evoker can do against a Paladin. Evokers definitely feels like have gotten better in a 1v1 setting, but I guess Paladin still is like, it's tough. It is incredibly tough. It's tough. I will say the statement again. I'd rather face a red than a sub-rogue. Yeah. Oh, Gazev does take out the Paladino. Johnny might have a point. Are we gonna be? Look, I know we've done those where we like removed Paladins out of the roster of Who to Duel. Is season 2 gonna be where we remove rogues out of the roster? At least sub-rogues? Is this where we're going, boys? Is this how we go in chat? Look, we've done it to Paladins, we've done it to Pharaohs in the past, we've also done it to Rogues before. I'm not against like completely removing one class out of the rotation. You know, a couple of first games of the day, let everybody play, and then we'll take like the strongest quote-unquote class and just send them to the side. We'll see. As the season goes on, we'll make the decision. But for now, I won't make the decision at the beginning. But if Rogues become out of control, we may have to do something about it. You know what I mean? To be fair, right? We've given Paladins enough shit last season. Rogues may just have to take it on the chin. Be a good boy and bear with it. Johnny and Smushka, let me know when you guys are ready. I'm down for like one more at the very least. Not more. Bonus roll, loot table changes, and Venom's abyss rate. This is something I need. Oh, wait. There's an icon now? Zul'jin Guillotine Technique. The trigger drops off a penultimate boss. As such, mythic difficulty. This drops at 6 out of 9 mythic level. It's previously only available for bonus roll. A DPS, but some tanks wanted to get this for damage trinket. This trinket seems to be very good for protection and prop paladins, but less so for other tanks, mostly because they can use the axe. The trinket now has been added to all tank specs. Huh. If you're planning on bonus rolling boss in the future, make sure you consider your odds. The axe, the two-handed weapon, mythic drops 6 out of 9, not previously part of the tool table for survival hunters, now has been added. Oh, okay. Survival hunters might have a fat new weapon. Neat. I do want to double check the bonus roll, loot rolls and stuff, how that works. What items you get. Last two bosses, you get mythic. Heroic raid, you get mythic. Okay, so heroic raid is worth rolling. Got it. And then mythic dungeons too. Mythic zeros. Got it. I want to double check. 1 minute. All right. The Smushka needs a +1. Johnny's ready, but the Smushka needs a +1. Hopefully they'll get a +1. We'll give you guys a second. Hey Dal, what's up, Zan? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Welcome back. I agree. Yeah. Remove shaman. Just put salt in the wound. I would never remove shaman. Shamans are too fun to watch. Shamans are very enjoyable. They're very fun for me to watch. I think it's because we don't see that many. I think survival is still dual-wield pack leader. Likely, yeah, Jake, because we got a lot of like daggers this season, man. They got Venomous Abyss dagger from Rule Attack, right? There's the this one. Attacks have a chance to corrupt the target. Wait, why does it have so many agility? Huh? 140 agility, 70 strength. Is it because it has a bonus effect? Is that not good? Never mind. Maybe this thing is not that good. I assumed it was going to be great. It is biz for some classes, apparently, though. The breath attack. But 70 agility seems wild. That's very low. But yeah, we got like, you know, this dagger. That could be someone assassination uses. It is a unique item. You also do have from dungeons. It is Ultra Fangs. The Zul'Jan dagger with holy damage. That's pretty good. 64. Okay, maybe the agility is fine. Maybe the agility number is fine. I think it's because it's a one-hander or off-hander. That's likely what's happening. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Okay. Ready. The special is ready. Dragon attack. Hey, I'm up if you need. Yeah, definitely, man. If you want to join us. If you get spots, I'll definitely let you get Curdy in. Are you going to play Shadow Priest or are you back on the Warrior? I don't know if Shadow Priest got... And Shadow Priest got some new stuff, but I don't know if it's enough to make him good in duels. But we'll see. I like how Lenny spawned and stunned. That's funny. A lot of pack leader buffs the bleeds too, and grenades apply bleed with talents. I saw. I am wondering how survival plays with talents now. That'll be interesting. I wonder if they'll play better or more interestingly. Because previously they just played pack leader and just went for big grenades. SP's still bad, but I missed some only ones. Yeah, man, more than welcome to it. Whatever you want to play. Whatever you want to play. I don't have... I'm more curious. I'm not telling you what you should play. I'm more curiosity of like, I wonder... It's like, Curdy plays Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest got some buffs. I wonder if Curdy would find these buffs good enough. You know? It's like, I wonder how good Shadow Priest is. Instead of me wondering, and I'm just going to ask somebody who plays the class all the time. I've set my opinions to yours because I know you play the class all the time and you guys are genuine. So I feel like I would get a genuine answer. Which? We got ourselves Hoken in here as a market ship. This man is back. Leo on a Woundwalker. I don't want to know how Woundwalkers play. I imagine they should be stronger. They buff their damage quite a lot. Quite a significant bit. They nerf the burst a little, but buff their base damage abilities. Although a lot of the burst just basically makes the base abilities be used more regularly. It just reduces the cooldown for those skills. So I imagine they would just be stronger. Aim shot off the bat. Hoken. That's another class that's actually also got changed up quite a decent bit. Lemons. Yeah, Vivify still do no healing. Some things never change. Some things change, other things never change. It is going to knock him out of the premium trap to make sure he's okay. Hoken is going to go for a trinket to back up out of this scatter shot that is back this time around. Trying to go for a bit of a slow into Lemon, but he's able to close the gap pretty quickly. Wall off for Hoken. It's going to be Lemon blinking all over the map, so it's hard to tell who's where. Turtle Shell auto Hoken is going to go for that explosive shot onto Lemon Roll, so it's going to do a decent amount of damage. With the stun right after Trinket to follow, trying to see if he can get out of there. Does go for a port. Hoken can't go for a bit of... Hoken? I don't know how to say a name. I feel like I got it wrong. There's going to be a disengage. Backing up out of there. Yo, the slow changes does give marksmanship some better kite ability. He's able to actually run around. Disarm on his cooldowns, unfortunately, is going to go for the pet sack to reduce the damage taken. Karma to reverse it. Freezing trap right after. Hoken knows to wait out the slow as best as possible, but he may be limited on what he can do. Eventually, Touch of Death is going to connect, and Lemon able to slow him down with us. Fest of Fury is taking him out. Is going to be Lana up next as an Arcane Mages. Is going to go for an interrupt onto Lemon. Is just trying to go for some Vivifies behind the pillar. I got a screenshot last night. If we're going to post it, no. Let me see. Let me check it. I will in a minute here. Lana does need to get himself an angle at some point, or just wait for Lemon to come out. If Lana can somehow... I wonder if they're playing Blink or they're playing Shimmer. If they're playing Blink, that'll probably be ideal because then you never get to sit and stun ever. Blink? Blink. No, human racial, so he does have Shimmer. Does give him an opportunity to cast while on the move, which for arcane mages may not be, depending on the situation, maybe not the worst. Does go for a lot of polys into an arcane blast into a big damage with touching the Magi. Unfortunately, doesn't have the angle here, so he's going to be in a bit of a weird spot. Does go for Alter, try to get himself a bit of a distance, but unfortunately just completely line of sighted. But Lemon dropping down those meteorites to go with barrages, and I wonder, actually I was not paying attention to where his Phoenix was. I wonder if it would worked out to just like blink aggressively at Lemon to deny him the Phoenix. Try to go for a bit of food, but he's going to get little Zapparoos out for Lemon. Invis, try to see if he can knock him out with a ring. Is still going to be Poly. Almost connects with the Poly, but that incap is going to stop it. Trying to re-Poly, is going to connect with it. Lemon try to get some slows, maybe a bit of an interrupt, but couldn't. And Lana is going to have to get himself some sort of a setup at one point or another. Block may need to come out here really early. Does get interrupted. Unfortunately, it's still a lot of damage out for Lemon. Just rolled in there and just let the proc speak it for themselves. I guess it's more than enough damage for him. Who's up next? Because so far Lemon is a bit of a roll. You? Nua? I guess that is going to be Gazef. I guess that is going to be Gazef. As Lemon, who is a better class for this? I think Lemon might be a little bit stronger just because of good defenses and great mobility, but Gazef got burst. So I wonder how Lemon is going to work with it. Does go for the port as soon as the Demon Hunter connects. Is going to go for an intro. Port is still available. It's odd how there's quite a few skills that monks can use even if they get interrupted. Full meta is active. Karma to reverse it. Gazep knows he's just going to have to probably fight through a Karma, right? So he's going to end up going for one little charge. Shields are available. Then another charge. Another bit of cleave. Void Blade is got himself at least big procs. Reaps are massive. Got himself movement skills. That Ring of Peace ain't going to keep him away. One more consume. Might just have it. Oh, no health. Lemon caught up just a little bit of health. I think that's for Brute. Yeah, just to give himself more health to work with. Look at this Vampires. Bro. Blizzard does not want monks to heal, do they? They do not want monks healing. Nope. You ain't healing today. You ain't healing ever. I swear there's gotta be somebody that has a vendetta against Windwalkers over at Blizz HQ, man. At the headquarters. Somebody who PvP'd for a little too long and was like, dude, monks heal too much. Let's nerf it. Whole expansion of Midnight, they're just like anti-monk here. Monks still do good damage, to be fair. They're just very, very, very light, like a healer, and mobility, and cooldowns for defenses. But their self-healing with Vivify is pitiful. Compared to Paladins and Pharaohs who can just pop themselves and reset their health, essentially, yeah, it is pitiful. Hell, I think even the Shadow Priest heals are probably a little more effective. Gazep try to go for a little bit of that cleave. I don't think that actually generates resources unless you're hitting a target. Able to stay away from Lemon though. Lexip not available for the Monk either. So for Gazep, that could be an opportunity to make something happen. Karma in 10 seconds for Lemon, so he does have that as a big defensive to possibly make something work. That's going to be Predator's Wake. Trying to see if he connect that Hunt. Or is it Predator's Wake or is it Hunt? I know what is a meta, one is not a meta. Oh, it is the Hunt. Trying to see if he get a charge. Does get himself a leap with a root on top of it. Reaps, consumes are huge. For Kazev, this is massive. Does get himself a decent bit of procs. Decent damage. Lemon is under a ton of pressure. May need to Karma this immediately as soon as he has line of sight of the Demon Hunter. Got himself a big cleave. Is it enough though? One more reap. If it connects, it does damage. It could be pain. It could be trouble. Lemon wanted to go in for Lexi. You saw it in his eyes. But he decided he's going to be against it for the time being. He's still looking to play very defensively. May need to Karma this insta. One more hit. Oh, he's playing with fire. Stun. Oh, Trinket. With a reverse it. Lexi got full burst. Is it enough? Gazev, do you have the damage? You just need a little more. Dude, just fight through it with meta. He might just do it. Reap. Oh my god, he fought through it. He went in the Karma last second and then went in for a big hit. Double Hunt. Oh my god, there. I always hear the Demon Hunters share the same brain cell, and I feel like Gazev and Rest of Hell also just hunted each other. Maybe they are sharing the brain cell. They're just passing it back and forth. That little orb of void that he sent at him, that's just the brain cell. He's just passing it. Then you have it. Then you take it. Sigil of Misery. Oh, but Rest and Hell does swing around the other side to avoid it. It's going to be a leap with a bit of cleave down by Gazev, but it's not enough. As Rest and Hell is going to be able to take it out. Alenia's up next. Has a bit of a tough time. First Demon Hunter is able to at least root down. Rest and Hell is able to go for the stun. Proper damage, proper procs are available. Got him some movement as well. We'll need to make sure he's got himself the best setups here available versus Rest and Hell. Got himself another deep breath to try to immune any damage. He's got himself a bit of that air time. As long as you do have that disintegrate, that just puts the Demon Hunter at a distance and keeps him slowed. Is going to try to see if he can reverse the damage. Any healing that Rest and Hell is going to do here is actually going to reverse is going to be set back up to where he was, which does give Olynyx a bit of a breather. Wall is available, disintegrates are back up. Resident Evil catches up quite a decent bit of health, but then he's back under the pressure by the Evoker. Is going to go for the hunt. That's going to give him more health to work with. Blur is available as well, so he does have defenses to work with as well. His health is super, super low. Olynyx does have Wall coming up very soon. Actually, Wall should be available now, as well as Deep Breath very, very soon. Wall, trying to see if he can maybe be enough to survive. Trying to go for heals, but Resident Evil caught up just a bit of health last second with the special up next. Immediately Blade dance by Resident Evil, not giving the Rogue even a chance to get a proper opener. Is going to try to see if he can destabilize it as best as possible. For Resident Evil, he does have a stun. He does have a darkness here as well. Try to see if he can charge in. Is that enough here? Picking up whatever health he can. The soul fragments are still doing a lot. 39% dampening, but Resident Evil with those soul fragments that he can just cleave off of Nesmeshka little by little, it is keeping him fueled. Has a trinket, so Resident Evil has himself ace in a hole, trinket in prison, backflipping out of there as he expected the trinket out for the Rogue. Rogue diving an advantage. He has Shadow Blades. Maybe the Rogue can get back in there as the R's fall off and get himself a proper go, but it's going to be tough. First aid is available. Resident Evil does go for the leap with a meta. Is going to be gout for just a second. The Smurshka having to wait this out just a little bit longer. Is this enough though? Oh my god, is this enough? Is going to be the eye beam to follow. Cloak is available for the Rogue. Does get himself a stun. Is this enough though? Hold on, is this enough? Super low. Hold on a second. Resident Evil charges out to get himself a little bit more health. Big Blade Dance for Nitro. Whatever health fragments you can get out of the Rogue, the better. The Haunt, but it's not enough. Is goes in for an Eviscerate at the end. Does bring it back. With Genity, immediate blind. Daspershka has nowhere else to go. Garrod is going to get the dots. Kidney shot. Not going to be able to go anywhere. Death Mark. It's over, I think. Yeah, Daspershka maybe can faint and sip it up. He's just dead. Yeah, he's just dead. Once his health is too low, he just dies. Man, that was good. That was good. Again, unfortunately, I cannot see the scoreboard at all. Maybe I might need to try to see if I can do a command for it. Is there a command? Actually, I should look it up now. Now I just want to WoW macro to bring up the scoreboard. PvP. Is there a command for it? Oh, run toggle PvP scoreboard. There is one. I want to see if that works then. Silent Sanctuary was 20% of my healing. Really? Verify healing is something. Silent Sanctuary and Verify healing as for something now. That's pretty good. Hey, what's Silent Sanctuary again? Isn't that where you run away from people and as long as you haven't been taking damage or are away from enemies, you like heal passively? That is better than nothing. I feel like it's still a drop in the bucket, but at least, hey, it's one less drop for you to fill. Right? The bucket is going to be somewhat full. Alrighty. Do we still have the groups? Miss Nushka and Johnny. Let me know when you guys are ready. Bro, no item from 3 dungeons. That is unfortunate. I'm actually blessed that my rogue got items and a weapon. Actually blessed. I didn't get a dagger, which I really wanted, but probably going to end up crafting a dagger. Saya? Oh, wanted to log in and get access. Oh, I have no idea, friend. I did set up the link, so it should work, but I'm not sure why it's doing all that. Yeah, Saya, there is a in the chat that should be like next to the actual like where you pop in your messages over to the right, kind of like when you have like the emotes. There is super chat, and through that should work. For permission to manage accounts and stuff. I think it just asks you if it can authorize something, but it doesn't actually manage anything. And what I press for tip? I actually never sent a super chat. I think it would do just super chat. I think it's just super chat. but I never never used it myself. Lol. Honestly. Yeah, super chat, and then you could jump in number, buy, send. Yeah. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. I don't know if it looks like any different for you guys. Maybe I have a different screen because I do YouTube. Johnny is ready, and so is Nasbushka. Cool. We'll do one more. We'll do at least one more round. We'll send it into, what arena do we do? Tiger's Peak? Yeah, this is Tiger's Peak. Hell yeah. Let me see, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Saya, even if you, whether you want to dono or not dono, just the thought that counts, honestly, man. If it's confusing and all that annoying and you just want it to, like, do anything for your accounts, I totally get it. Like, look, personal security, privacy is pretty important to a lot of people, and it's good that it still is important to a number. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. My Ravid, how are you doing? Having some fun with duels, man. Enjoying the changes. I am wondering how next week is going to go, because we'll have PvP gear and honor gear and all that. Hopefully you guys will get all your gearing out of the way so we can actually have some duels on Friday. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people already grinding rated, but hopefully we'll at least get some games with Prager and all of them. Take like a 2-hour breather and have some fun. And then we can go back to grinding after. But we'll see. Switch. And I'll try to see if we can do scoreboard after this. See if it works after. What do we got? We got... Is it the Paladin first? Adlet? Yo, Adlet, dude. So far, he's been representing Paladins pretty well tonight. These guys seem to be pretty scary. Not the scariest, but scary. Hoken, you are versing a rogue. So whoever you see up front, that is not them. There is a rogue. Unless, actually, it is a rogue. It is a rogue. It is a rogue. It is confirmed a rogue. It is confirmed a rogue. Yeah. Now he's like, okay, well, one of them is in stealth, so I'm going to be looking. Genity doesn't actually want to roam. It looks like Hoken is like, hey, look at me. I'm a tasty little treat. Oh, look, my back is exposed. There's definitely nothing behind me. If you step to it. Oh, Cloaker Shot is for Genity. The trap does connect, but a scatter right after as he goes in for a rogue. Landing some distance. It is going to be a step for the rogue. And Hoken will need to use whatever he can to pop a slow on the rogue. Try to see if he can get away from this crippling poisons. Is going to be Genity trying to max out the damage. Full dots are in. Hoken is going to take the most amount of damage. Kingsbane, Deathmark is going to go for a turtle. Whatever healing you got is whatever's going to help you. And then Genity is going to go for a reset. You definitely got to get a Heart's Mark on him, but that was a cloak out of the rogue. Saya, my man! That is a big moolah. That is big moolah, dude. Big 20 bones. Yo, boys, can you get some love for a boy, Saya? My man, I didn't send me the message yesterday. I didn't really know what you meant, my guy. Thank you. Very generous of you. Woo! And I just watched Hoken just dome the rogue with the last black arrow at the end, and Dadley just hit him with a quick old bunk. Saya, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. Very extremely generous of you, my guy. Unfortunately, we didn't have you tonight, but hopefully we'll see you next week, right? With the new builds and all that, yeah. Hopefully you'll find some time outside of BG Blitz farming. You'll pop in for a moment. It's going to be in prison. Immunity for Adlet. This is where Gazef is going to have to just survive for a little longer until the immunity is gone. I-beam right after with Void Ray. Just try to use it in order to maintain that better for a little longer. Got him some huge cleaves and massive reaps. And it's going to get him for mobility.
Holy motherfucking shit!
Huh? Saya? Was that supposed to be a second one? Holy moly, my mans! Wait a second. Now I gotta double check. Hopefully there's like a do double time. My man, thank you so much, my guy. Finally. There it is, man. I really do appreciate it. Oh my goodness. What I do, man? Lay your hands out for Adlet while I'm blushing out here. It's like a Zev got himself Raves back-to-back. Atlas held all that reset. Literally already getting destroyed after a lay on hands. Saya, don't you pop back? Exactly. Enjoy, mate. Love content as always. I appreciate it, Saya. That is extremely generous, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, guy. Keep it. Okay. Sounds good, man. We're rich. Wait, when did Johnny become a member? Hold on a second. Saya's rich. Wait, when did Johnny become a member? Hold on a second. Is going to be alert too? Hold on a second. I don't remember you having a membership thing next to you, or did it just update? Did I mess it up somewhere? I'm sure it'll pop up in a second. Adlet, dude, I'm sorry. I know there's a whole duel happening. I know you're literally star of the show here. But like, Saya just showered me with love, man. So I had to say thank you. But Adlet, I think, is just dead. Oh, Bubble. Gazev is surviving this. Hold on. Gazev lived Spell Warden, Lay on Hands. Now he's living Bubble. If he can survive this here, he might actually be able to make someone work. He's just using these mobility there, using the Void Blade ability to actually just give himself some movement to escape Adlet for a second. Does he have enough for a meta? He has enough for I-Beam. He has enough for Void Ray if he gives himself a good angle. He's got meta. He's got meta. He needs movement. Huge movement. Line of sight. That's all he needs. Does he have another charge? He's literally mounting up just so he can catch up to him. Backward for a second. Unfortunately, meta is gone. He will have access to Void Blade again and some of the other skills. So he's got movement. He's got immunity to CC. Gotta shrink it. Doesn't want to use it. He Darkness Shield. Keep him nice and healthy here. Rich boy, what's up, Chris Society of Man? Bye, Bop. Now, yoink. Yoink. A lot of tournaments on my island this summer. We're doing fine. Nice. Hell yeah, man. Gazev, unfortunately, I think is going to go down, though. It looks like Adlet was able to bring it back. I honestly kind of just assumed that Adlet is going to go down because Gazev lived for so long. And unfortunately, it looks like he was going to get a victory there, but that meta, not being able to land a proper meta burst on him with that full Void card is what put him behind. Lana able to go for full Arcane Surge while the Phoenix is in play. That is going to add additional damage. Massively necessary damage here. Lana, as long as you keep him out in the open, you'll be good to go. Adlet trying to see if he can maximize whatever damage he can. Lana with the Ice Cold, taking very little damage. Won't have the immunity, but a huge damage reduction either way for a Magus. Together with shields on top of it. Is it enough though? Adlet's still surviving. Looks like he went a little bit more self-survivability focus here, and Lana does not have a way to do much here for in terms of immunity. Still got procs either way though. Lots of missiles, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Meteors raining from the sky, dude, the entire time, just barraging. Tried to bury Adlet, but it's just not enough. The Pally is still in play, although he no longer has immunities. He no longer has any immunes whatsoever. So now it's going to be down to Alenius to try to see if he can possibly make it happen. Evokers do not have an easy time dueling Paladins, but now that he doesn't have immunity, there might be an opportunity to make something work. Wall is used pre-Hodge, so that's good for Alenius. He's going to be able to get healing off of it. And Adlet does get damage, but he's going to have to focus on all the heals here. As much healing as possible. Alenius got himself full mastery, lots of resources, shields just to make sure he's covering himself so he doesn't need to wall this. And it looks like the disintegrates are doing damage, but they're not really burning through him as hard as they used to. I wonder if there's something that Blizzard did with it since. Alenius definitely needs to get himself even more procs if possible. Wall is used here for the Hodge in case he gets hit by it. Perfect opportunity for Adlet. He's just going to go for self heals. Actually, it looks like the time lock ability for the Evoker actually did do some healing to Adlet. Just a little bit. I did let him stabilize a bit here. And with the Shield of Vengeance, yeah, it looks like Adlet changed his strategy completely. He's going full survivability, trying to show us just how survivable Paladins can be, maximizing all that healing as best as he can, focusing on defense as best as possible. Will not have a Hodge for a second, and that Deep Breath is going to connect. For the Evoker, there is more procs. Adlet super triple low on health. He does have a little bit of recovery. Wings are available with Hodge, but unfortunately, Alenius does get a last little proc at the end, just enough to take him out. And Saya's Bop is going to be up next. For Alenius, that is a tough matchup. That is not easy. I wonder if he'll have the cooldowns to be able to possibly fight the rest of the group. We got Saya's Bop, Reston House, the Demon Hunter, and Lemon Roll. I feel like against the Warrior, the Evoker can maybe do something. He might actually be able to stand next to him toe to toe. But against Lemon, it's going to be a tougher matchup, but I think the toughest might be Reston Hell. Just because Demon Hunters are so mobile and have so much self-healing. You're basically under a ton of pressure, and all the Demon Hunter has to do is stay aggressive. The more aggressive they are, the less damage they take. And that's going to be Alenius with a wall. Great immune for the Stormbolt. Try to go for a sleep, but it's going to be reflected. Still going to try to see if he can land a sleep onto Agat Saya's Bob. As Alenius is going to get himself a bit of health recovery. Charge by the Warrior. Looking to see if he can get a lockdown. Deep Breath is going to connect. Mastery buff almost available for Alenius. While he's got some damage, is actually going to be able to get a huge proc onto Agat Saya's Bob. And there goes another Deep Breath. Just going to try to see if he can reconnect with them. Is going to bombard him. As long as he's relatively within vicinity of Agat Saya's Bob, that Deep Breath is going to do good damage. I'm pretty sure it also makes it so Saya's Bob takes more damage and has a dot on top of it. So it's actually a decent bit. Though Saya's Bob is looking for recovery. He's actually got some health coming back. I don't know what's healing him right now, but he did get a decent bit of recovery. Alenius making sure to interrupt it as best as he can. He does have the mastery buff. He does have the time block. So if CyberPowerPC is going to chase after him, as long as you can time block and run away, you might be okay. Stun is actually going to make it so that Alenius is now immune for the next few stuns. But unfortunately, he was hoping that Sia's bop was going to chase after him. Yeah, Stormbolt, unfortunately, is fully immune. The DRs, I'm pretty sure, are a little longer, right? Or shorter. I can't remember. But it is going to be Alenius trying to see if he can get away from him. Sleepwalk on top of it. Does go for a trinket. Looking for a heal. Does get interrupted. That's going to be mastery damage and a deep breath. Alenius does have a wall in case he wants to combine this together with it. It is going to be the warrior running away. He could go for another deep breath here potentially. He's going to go for a bit of healing. There goes a deep breath. He's going to try to see if he can maximize the damage. Does get a stun on him. Reflect up for a second. That is going to be no wall available for Alenius. Or does not pre-wall this at all. Still, plenty of damage. Does have mobility. Size bomb, I think, goes down here. The last bit of proc for Alenius does take it. With rest and health charging out. Oh my, still connected. Still connected either way. Alenius does at least have a wall. It is going to get interrupted at the very least. Alenius, I don't know what you can do. Try to root him, but the Demon Hunter leaping out of it, just going to be able to immune it completely. Alenius got himself recovery at the very bare minimum though. But not by much. I don't know what you can do. Sigil of Misery, you can avoid it. Shields is going to be helpful. Maybe just time lock the Demon Hunter and try to run away. That might be the play, honestly. He's going to get interrupted. I don't know. I think Alenius, yeah, he's under a ton of pressure. He can't do much. The Demon Hunter will heal as long as he plays aggressively. So he basically is the epitome of a class that's the best defense is a overwhelming offense. So as long as he's staying aggressive, he's able to heal. He doesn't have to play defensively. The only thing he really got to do is use... Whoa! Gouge as he flew up in the air. I don't think I've ever seen that. He did end up stopping the go by rest and health to get any lances onto the Sveshka. Very well done. I don't know if the rogue planned it. Dude, I feel like they made it so the eyes, when you pick them up, they are reactive. Those eyes on the side. So you can see stealthy. I feel like as soon as you run over him, you pick him up. Normally you have to like stand on top of him for a while before you grab him. I think the Blizzard made him super reactive. As soon as you touch him, you get him. This Brushka takes huge hits. Blind onto Resident Evil. This Brushka needs to escape. Badis does get used to give himself more recovery. It needs it. Shields are also going to be used on top of it as an overlap. Resident Evil leaping around the corner, trying to avoid giving the rogue any chance to recover, but he does hit him with a sap. Cheap shot. Is that enough for the rogue? Resident Evil, do you have the health? Doesn't have the health, unfortunately. And this Brushka is going to try to see if he can run out of there. Lemon just needs to get him low enough and then touch to death him. If you have Fist of Fury, that's over. Yeah, you kick. I was thinking I was going to go for touch of death, but no. Let me see if I can bring up the scoreboard. I want to see if it'll work. Run scoreboard. No, it gives me an error. Okay, that's why it doesn't let me end this. I get it. All right, Blizzard. You guys might have to work with the scoreboard. Might have to work it up because I don't know how much damage and healing everybody did. I can just see who got kills. Wild. Wild. Damn. Hopefully they'll have it fixed by next week, then. Clutch rope, nice for DH. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I do like when the games get that close, man. It's just the thing with rogues, like, they escape out of the toughest situations. Out of all the classes, I feel like rogues somehow get away with it. I can't believe it. Oh, you guys need more? I think we'll call it here. I think we'll call it here for the time being. We actually got a lot of games out, and without Kragar, I miss the boy. So I think we might just call it for now. And we'll bring back more duels next week. Kragar is going to be back. Hopefully everybody will be back and we'll be doing more. Hopefully everybody will have all the PvP gear. Get your honor, get top on honor. At the very least, get full honor gear by next week. It's going to be worth it. Trust. Trust. But yo, thank you guys so much for coming by. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to go get myself something to eat and I got to get some work done as well. I don't think Johnny, my boy. Oh my goodness. Boys. Thank you. GG, everybody. GG. We'll be back next week, though. Back next week. Back to more games, man. GG's all. We will call it here. Back for more next week with Kragar as well. Yeah. GG's, guys. Hope next week we'll be here. Yeah, for sure. Kragar is going to be here, too, and everything. He said that this week he's going to take he's going to rest, and then he's going to play next week when the season launches. Hopefully everybody will be able to get a lot of the gear, and hopefully we can get more people to join the duels because it's just for 2 hours, right? I know everybody's going to be grinding for solos, solo shuffles, solo arenas, getting the rating, getting the rewards. I'm hoping we'll be able to, you know, get some games in either way. I'm gonna try to see if I can go for the elite set for the rogue and try to see if I can go for the enchant day 1. It's a cool looking enchant. I'm excited for it. And I feel like I'm pretty much prepped for how rogues play more or less for season 2. We got buffed up, so we don't really play that differently. But yeah. Also, Johnny, how'd you like, if you're still in chat, how'd you like Fade Bound? I know that a lot of rogues play Trickster when they play Outlaw. Trickster does a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. So, you may enjoy that quite a bit. It just does passive damage. It doesn't have a lot of defensives. Definitely need more experience in Rogue. Yeah, Fatebound is good. It's good. It's gonna be probably good in like RBGs, but Trickster, just give it a try. You don't have to think too hard about it. It just gives you more free damage. But it's really fun, isn't it? I haven't played so much, but I do double hook. Oh, it's so good, man. It's so good. Double hook is so fun. Flat capping or doing objectives. It is so cool. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I've seen people go Trickster in BGs just because you can still do good mobility. You just want to have that double grapple hook. But you can still do good mobility. You just have superior damage. You would just have to play any talents in the class talents to shorten the cooldown of grapple. You won't have double, but you will still have like good grapples either way. It's very fun indeed. I love the facilities. It's so good, man. It's so good. I do see more rogues not playing Supercharger. They're going for double advantage just so like you have more escapes. Supercharger is really good, and I think with the buffs to kill speed it might be better just because you now have real big bursts now. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a couple times I tried it. It does significant damage. Because previously you didn't want to play Killing Spree. You just actually didn't press the button. But now you have the Killing Spree, which from Trickster, will they make it so your next 2 pistol shots or Sinister Strikes will proc Unseen Blade every time, so you can even do damage from a distance. So it's like a guaranteed damage, which gives you the coup de grace back, which gives you cooldown back, but also does all of it does a lot of damage too. So just like the Killing Spree by itself does damage, but the damage that follows after is also a lot of damage. So it's like really, really bursty. So if you get a full kill shot, a drone rush, Killing Spree, into between the eyes, and then set a strike right after, it is so strong. So good. But I think Fatebound should also be pretty good. On paper at least. At some point it was the go-to. But yeah, the other build is just ahead. Gotta try it. Yeah, it might just be burstier. Might be burstier. I used to prefer Fatebound, but then they really fixed Trickster, and now I feel like Trickster is just more guaranteed. I remember where we used to play Trickster all the time, even when it wasn't good. He just liked it. And it had some potential. Like, the damage is kind of nice, but I think it just wasn't supported super well until midnight. And then, like, after they amped it, oh my god, now you have burst. Because that Adrenaline Rush, like, drop a smoke bomb, so you can stack up 2 stacks of the Unseen Blade on targets. And that means that, you get, you get, more damage. Oh, Kill Spree itself also stacks up, so you're doing, like, what, 16% more damage to them. Your calm point builders, when they crit, they deal more damage. It's so nutty. It's so good. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna call it here though, boys. I do appreciate it. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow for duels. Maybe. I do gotta go through a lot of videos though. And I haven't really taken a break from streaming since the patch launch. I've been streaming literally every day, so I might need to take a breather over the weekend to prep for like the Monday and the Tuesday when the seasonal content comes out. Because on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be pretty much spamming Mythic Plus dungeons until endlessly, until I have all the gear in the world. So I'll be very busy. So I might need to like adjust my schedule a little. We'll see. We'll get to that bridge when we get there in a couple of days. But I'll try to see if we can do some of that prep work over the weekend for it. So we'll see. We'll see. Figured NADOs aren't a thing anymore. I would like to bring him back, but there was just not enough like interest in it. So I was like, why do them? Right? I'm not like at that point, like it's an extra day off for me too. So might as well. It's how I see it. I would like to bring it back. Like if Boris is back and Chicago is back and all the other NA homies are back, I'd like to bring it back. But like, if there's just not interest on NA, then what can I do about it, right? Who am I to blow against that wind? if EU wants to play, but NA not so much, like I might as well just do EU and then use Saturday for whatever else. It works for me. You guys have a wonderful one. I catch all of you boys in next stream. Alrighty, peace.
Try path on the right side, put it up in your mind. But do you ever try the path on the left side, put it up in your mind? It's gonna be alright. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, rhyme, roll your mind. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, try, roll your mind. Seeing all the watering fill your eyes, doing the things they know, talking about the same old stories they've heard about the people they think they know. But do you ever try a path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try the path on the left side,